This week, Tim and I make a Colleen sandwich as we discuss Resident Evil. Welcome to Raccoon City. Hello and welcome to the Bloody Bits Horror Show. I am your host, Eddie, the Axe Jefferson, and joining me as always is we're going to go with the Red Knight key to my Red Queen keyhole. It's Tim Yobo, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everybody. What's going on?
Not much,
too
buddy.
Excited, right? I sound too excited.
You sound too excited. You're too high energy. I'm going to need you to take it down just a peg.
Hey, everybody. What's up?
And here to bring us all down just a peg is that dashboard cheeseburger. It's Candice.
Really? That's what you're going to go with? You're not going.
Does she make that kind of sound when you bite into her?
I thought you'd be like, and the girl who wears her mother's face on her face.
Oh,
Candice.
The note I have for her is Dark Souls.
Is that wait? Hold on. Is that where that little fucking kid came from?
Yeah.
What?
Well,
because I have one point at the end of the movie, I've written out in my notes like, who the fuck is this kid? Where the fuck did she come from? That was her. She was wearing a mother's face.
No. That's Sherry Berkner. That's Dr. Berkner's daughter.
The albino guy. Okay.
Yeah.
The albino bad guy.
I cannot wait to nerd all over this fucking podcast for Resident Evil.
The nerdiest.
Depends on.
But
oh man,
before
I got real slick in the shorts.
Before Candice starts gushing her vaginal Resident Evil T-virus secretions all over the podcast.
Wouldn't it be V-virus?
The V virus.
The V virus.
She's got the V and the D. I had an idea. So we're going to do what have you been consuming lately, but I want to do one first, which is what's consuming you, right? And that's something that's been bothering me this week. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go on a little rant real quickly. And you know, a lot of people get on their high horse or their Apple box political. Or whatever. No, Tim. You know, a lot of listeners don't like it when you get political, so we're never going to do that. All right, so I'm going to.
No,
apparently,
nothing is political,
especially not now. So apparently, in the news, Tim, I don't know if you've heard about this, but there.
As a 53-year-old man who's never have to worry about getting a woman pregnant, yeah, I'm aware of what's
going on. Oh, you know
on.
where I'm going.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly
okay.
Yeah, because this has been consuming me too.
So the idiots that believe that there's a guy in the clouds that tells them when to eat pork or whatever have decided that they want to codify into law that women aren't allowed to be to get things sucked out of their body. Right? That's what they've decided. They've decided because it's not a living fucking any more than a tumor is a living thing. It's not a fucking living thing in your body. So fuck off, first of all. And I was reading about some states where they're talking about getting an abortion. And of course, it's one of those states, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Getting an abortion illegal to the degree of like it's murder.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
And I'm going to wonder that there's going to be some woman who miscarries and is going to have somebody else drop a dime on her. And then she's going to have to prove that she naturally miscarried instead of doing something to make herself have a, at-home abortion. Because, I was listening to another podcast. I think it's called, I'm probably getting it mixed up, but whatever. It's called What a Creep. It's a really good show about these two women who do all these things about all these guys who are creeps. Well, just the name.
Yeah.
And they were saying, like, I'm pretty sure this is the podcast I heard it on, like how they're using all this iconography of like the hangers and stuff like that.
Right.
Which that's not what it's going to be. It's going to be people are taking medicine now. They're going to be ordering shit from fucking Canada. They're going to be ordering shit on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
And what's going to happen with that shit when people start ODing because they're getting fucking pills, it's supposed to like ivermectin to take care of your abortion or something like that. It's just ridiculous that it's not. I'm 53 years old, and pretty much for as long as I can remember, have a conscience, it has been something that's been legal. And making it illegal doesn't stop the amount of people who are going to have abortions. It just changes the way that they're going to do it. Because any of these rich fucking Republican Christians who voted for this shit and wanted this shit guaranteed that if their daughters get raped or knocked up for whatever fucking reason, they have the money to send them to a state where it's legal. They have the money to send them to a country where it's legal and have it done. It's going to be poor and middle class people who don't have the money or the means to have it done. And this shit with there's also something that came out today that's something in the way that they wrote the dissertation about having a domestic supply of babies.
Yeah.
Okay?
Like
that
cattle.
Just means white rich people want to adopt white kids. We don't want to have to adopt kids who aren't the same color as us, so we need more people having babies, so more white people have the choice to adopt a white baby. That's what it is.
You know what would solve that, Tim? Now, you mentioned it because they were talking a long time ago about running out of drinking water and how we could just start removing the salt from the water, right?
Easy, right?
And make it into. So what we could start doing is just importing the babies and then bleaching their skin, a la Michael Jackson.
Well, no, because I think the Daily Show does this whenever they go out to like these abortion people and stuff like that, and they always ask them, "How many kids have you adopted?"
Yeah. That's the classic meme. So now that the men have weighed in on abortion,
wait, hold on, Candice. What's your opinion on this thing?
No, I brought it up. If you don't want to weigh in on it, that's fair. But
no, I don't want to talk about it because it just makes me so tired. It makes me so tired and emotionally exhausted.
I get it.
It's like, okay, well, we're sitting here being angry. What the fuck is that going to do about anything? It's not going to change a goddamn thing.
This is going to reverse that red wave that was supposed to be coming through in the midterms. Because I think really what they did, I think they made a huge mistake. I think that this is going to be something that finally gets Democrats off their fucking ass and willing to fucking stand up and fight.
It'd be nice.
If not, fuck the Democrats.
It would be nice if it galvanized the Democratic voters. But Candice, I'm so glad you pointed that out because it's really like I totally get where you're coming from, right? Because it's like, you know what? You do your part. You vote for the people that you're supposed to vote for, and then this shit just doesn't change, right? Yeah. So here's my idea, right? If I know women, and I do, one thing women love is a sale.
Oh, God.
Right?
Yep.
So
everybody who's listening to this right now, just let out a breath right now. Just
go. So here's the deal, Tim. Here's the deal. If they're going to charge you with murder for getting an abortion, right? I say let's make it a buy one get one murder, right? When they charge you with murder for getting the abortion, fuck it. They're already charging you for the crime. Go out and kill somebody.
You know what, Eddie? You're 100% right, because what's that thing about how you can only hang me once, right?
Exactly. Hey, if you're going to lock me up for life because I fucking killed somebody, you know what? Just throw another one on the pile. I'm sure there's somebody.
Whole new category of killing spree.
Yeah. I'm sure there's somebody in your life that you already want to kill. Okay, that's an easy one.
Maybe the guy who got you knocked up.
There you go. So number one, the person who dropped the dime on you, that's a good person for you to go out and kill, right? If you can't find the person who dropped the dime on you, I would say anyone in law enforcement is probably a pretty safe bet. And then otherwise, just wait until they put this vote up in the Senate, right? And to codify it.
It's not going to pass.
And then just start making a list of the ones who vote against it. And then I'm not saying that you should kill those people. But what I'm saying is if you're already going to prison for murder that you didn't commit, you might as well get a real one out of the deal, if you know what I mean.
Why go for 2 for 1? Just go, free for all until they take it down.
Treat it like the old Subway punch cards, man.
Yeah, it just makes me so sad and tired. And Tim's absolutely right. It's not going to stop abortions. It stops safe abortions.
That's right.
People still got them back in the day, and they'll still be doing them in the future.
Yeah, they outlawed drugs too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine if they outlawed Viagra, Blue Chew, and all that stuff, and all these Republican guys who are like 65 years old and voted to have women where they can't get abortions because their wives are way past being fertile and they're completely dry and barren down there.
Jesus, Tim.
And you let them, we're like, you know what? That pill that gets your dick hard so you can fuck your mistress is illegal now. You can't get it anymore. And
They
see
still
how fast they
fucking
start
get it,
ordering
yeah.
shit through fucking back channels and on the internet.
Oh, they'll get it. Yeah. Candice is absolutely right. They'll just get it some weird research firm in fucking India or something.
Umbrella Corporation.
Umbrella, yeah.
This is
They're
how
probably
the Umbrella
developing
Corporation comes into being, right? All these little T-virus babies being born.
something. Exactly, Tim. All right, so that's enough of getting that shit off of my chest. And speaking
I'm
of
sorry.
getting stuff,
It just makes me so depressed.
I get it. And I'm sorry that I had to re-traumatize you, but that's what I do. And hey, Tim, speaking of getting stuff off of your chest, summer's coming.
Yeah, what the worst thing about having balls are during the summer?
Well, Tim, what's that?
They get all sweaty and the hair gets all clumped together.
Yeah.
If you don't trim the hair, it can get knotted like a fucking cat mat hair.
Well, Tim, wait till you hear this ad copy. The sun's shining, shirts are off, and your balls are smooth. You heard
Do they
that?
give them that ultraviolet treatment? Do they give them that suntan treatment? Tucker Carlson?
Increases your T cells. So, Tim, you heard that right. Your friends at Manscaped are here to make sure your beach balls are as smooth as Floridian sand.
Ew. Not Florida.
Canada, Canada, that's your new name. Candice, you've been to Florida, right?
I was born and raised in Florida until I was 8.
Huh? You never told us that.
I thought I did. Yeah, I'm from Miami.
I know, just all the time. No, so in the summer, you want to kill some cold beers and barbecues, right? But you want to kill the barbecue? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, sorry, I didn't read it.
Kill the barbecue. It's in your backyard.
Tim, loophole, motherfucker. Castle doctrine abortions. The baby's trespassing.
Oh,
I'm standing my ground.
That's right. Holy shit. You just stand your ground, women. Stand your ground.
Look, this fucker
Go to
was
Florida and stand your ground. That's it. This baby kicked me. I don't know what's got in there.
It assaulted me. I think I might have been a minority. So,
the Republicans like, if we're going to work a loophole in for this, I think we just worked a loophole in. Yes.
Hey, you know what? You're absolutely right. Roll Tide. Anyhow, yeah, it's so you can kill some cold beers and barbecues, not kill the vibe, Tim, because you've got pubes peeking out of your swim trunks.
Ugh, gross. They're right. They're absolutely right. You don't want to see that.
I didn't even think in the 70s when everybody had a full bush, that wasn't even a good look because back in the 70s you had Nair, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you had Nair when I wasn't alive, Tim.
Who wears short shorts?
I do. That I don't. I do shave my balls now.
That used to be a thing. It used to be for women who they wore short shorts, and you could wear that because when you wore short shorts, I guess your pubic hair would stick out because you had such a big bush. Right.
But you didn't wear Nair, Tim. You used it to melt the hair on your body.
Yeah.
That's a good product. It melts your hair.
It is a good product.
It's much better. That used to be some fucked up Halloween tricks we used to play instead of shaving cream.
It's better than waxing, that's for damn sure. I've used Nair in my time.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, chemically burning it, Candice?
If you do it right. If you don't
Candice
put it on too long.
The burn.
Because boy, I have.
Candice kind of enjoys the burn. It's the only way she can feel anything.
Oh, I know what happened. Candice put that Nair on. She read the back of the thing. It says, keep on for 10 minutes. And then she sat down and she started playing Castlevania.
Yeah, that'll do it.
3 hours later, she's like, what the fuck is burning on my crotch?
Ooh, that
One time I was picking my husband up from work because I was playing Zelda. He was mad.
I think what he's mad about it, Candice, is that you told him you were playing Zelda instead of coming up with an excuse that would have been at least okay.
Yeah,
I was taking care of your children, motherfucker. That's why I'm late.
Oh, I got caught up playing Zelda. I'm sorry. He was so mad at me.
Well, At least you were honest, right? They say honesty is the best policy. Unless you want to have a successful relationship, then you should just lie. So yeah, Tim, that's why Manscaped has their Performance Package 4.0 to keep the party in your pants looking crisp and refreshing all summer long. If there's one thing that the party in my pants is, Tim, it's crisp and refreshing.
Well, I mean, if you're going to have a performance, you want to look good, right?
That's true. That's very true. If you're going to have your cock out on stage, you're doing a few shows or something, you want to make sure you look the part. You want a dapper cock. So
yeah, you don't want all that fun. You don't want to look like Eric Clapton in Cream with the hairdo like that.
Oh yeah, that's a bad look.
I was wearing my Manscaped shirt when I went fishing today.
That tracks.
The one that says "We take
I
care
love
of your
that
balls."
shirt.
Candice,
Yes,
that's a very
it does.
gutsy move as a woman to be walking around a T-shirt that says "We take care of your balls."
I got checked out.
Oh,
I did. I was like, oh, that was an ego boost.
Wait, did you get catfish?
By the fish.
I wore it out one time and now I can't find it. So I think that tells you what the wife did to my balls.
I tell you, again, I don't know. It just seems to work out that no matter what day we record, I have that pair of underwear on from Manscaped. I don't
Tim,
know.
you always wear that pair of underwear, though.
I love that underwear. I swear to God.
It's very
nice.
nice
They should just
underwear.
sell the underwear for real.
They do just sell the underwear, Tim. And if you want to get it, all you have to do is go to manscaped.com and enter promo code BITS20 to get free shipping and 20% off. You can dive headfirst into summer by joining the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. And you can get ready for hot guy summer, Tim.
Oh,
You going to get ready for hot guy summer?
No. Don't go there, Chet.
It's in the fucking ad copy, okay?
Oh, is it? All right. I thought
That's
was
just
Chet
right
Hanks
here.
with the
Get ready
white boy
for
summer thing. Yeah.
hot guy. No, it's not white boy summer, Tim. They don't discriminate.
You can be hot and be, other shades.
Tim, do you hear the words hot guy and you think white?
No, it's just that when you said that, the first thing that popped in my head is Chet Hanks, the disappointing Hanks.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks being the worst Hanks. Yeah, so go to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping. Use promo code BITS20.
Capital letters.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
capital numbers.
Capital letters and
Don't
capital
use the
numbers.
lowercase numbers.
Yeah, don't use a lowercase too.
It's just an asterisk.
You're just putting
it's
in
an
a
at sign. Sorry.
at sign and then the end parentheses. They're not going to understand that. All right. So let's do what have you been consuming now that we've brought the show down and then brought it back up by talking about our cock and balls. So who wants to go first? What have you all been consuming this week?
I was saying, I've been super busy this week, so the only really downtime I had was today when I went fishing for the first time in years and years and years and years. Come to find out, I live 10 minutes from a nature preserve where you can get a fishing permit and just go fishing. And it's also got an unsupervised gun range right next to it.
That rules. Tim?
It says it on the sign.
Do you need a permit for the
range.
uncircumcised? I was going to say.
Uncircumcised.
Unsupervised. Well, the guys who like those big guns, I guarantee you they circumcise themselves just to give themselves that little bit extra. So.
Yep. So, Tim, I want to point out, Candice lives 10 minutes away from a wildlife preserve and didn't notice.
Because it's
Candice.
on the other side of the
never
tracks.
Google Maps your house?
I mean, I knew it was somewhere around there, but I just never actually went to it. And I was like,
It's
I didn't
because-
realize this lake was so close to where I live.
Your entire house is just surrounded by woods. You're like the fucking that M. Night Shyamalan, The Village,
No, it's
where
surrounded
you
by
guys
fields.
fucking live.
It's the Midwest.
No, she's living like she's that chicken gator bait.
Oh, yeah. So that's cool.
But
Did you catch a fish?
I caught nothing. I caught nothing at all.
Did anybody catch a fish?
Nope.
Oh,
Nobody
great.
caught anything. But this was
So
my
nothing
first
for
time
dinner
in forever, so I was just learning the ropes. I was relearning how to hook a line and cast a reel, and I had to put line on my own rod and everything. And I was watching how-to videos on YouTube on how to do it.
Were you using like a bait caster reel or like a cool
Or you're a
one?
masturbator.
No, it was just what's it called? It's a rod and reel,
Okay.
combo where it's like you got to flip the thing up to cast
Yeah,
it.
yeah, exactly.
And then you like flip it back down again.
That's cool.
I was using that.
One time I caught a seagull. I did.
With the fish in its mouth?
No. So we were fishing on a lake, and we were using biscuit dough for bait. Don't ask me why. And so I cast mine out, and then as it was flying in the air, a seagull swooped down and got the little bit of the biscuit dough and flew off with it. And I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now, right? So we got up a ways, and then I just yanked it back. I was like, get down here. I'm going to pink, and then the fucking seagull goes flying down. It spit it out. I didn't, like, kill the fucker or anything. Tim,
I saw
did you ever do,
eagles.
Oh, yeah,
there was, like, bald eagles circling around.
They probably used the lawnmower 4.0.
Wow, next to the shooting range. That's unsupervised. That's not a good idea, you stupid eagles.
Oh, no shit. Was anybody using the shooting range while you were out there?
Yeah, they were. For a little bit when we first got there. They were like having a little pop gun or something because it wasn't that loud. And then where I'm like, getting ready to swing, and then it's like, kaboom! I was like,
that
fuck.
Sucks.
It's not bad for the... Wait, hold on. That's not good for fishing, right?
No, it's not good for fishing.
Yeah, it's been a long time. The only time you want kaboom and good for fishing is if you're dynamite fishing, right?
Yeah. I still had a good time, though, because it was, like, beautiful weather. Just perfect temperature. Nice breeze coming through. The water was sparkling. The sky
fishing,
was blue.
That's mostly what you're hoping for, right?
Yeah, you just want to enjoy nature. Saw some
really want to catch
if I get some free food out of it, too, that's just a plus.
Yeah, catch a sandwich or something. Fuck that, man. I mean, no, it's totally all about getting out there. And Tim, I think you were alluding to you don't want loud noises when you're fishing. Is that the... You ever been fishing, Tim? You go like...
a couple of times in my life. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, I've been one time... I wouldn't say deep sea fishing, but one time we were on a boat and we went out for like maybe 4 or 5 hours before we even started fishing. Yeah.
That's fun.
So maybe that is deep sea. We were probably in international waters. I could have killed somebody.
You could have, Tim.
I could have fought that monkey with a razor.
So you and Easty never dropped like a line down a sewer hole or something?
That was actually my friend Mario and his soon-to-be brother-in-law.
Oh, Mario's
bonding trip.
Mario was getting married.
No, his sister was getting married.
Oh, his sister. Okay.
At that point, he wasn't married yet. No.
Good. Yeah. So what about you, Tim? What have you...
You can't cage Mario. He's a free man.
No, he did get married, and it was the worst thing that he could have ever done.
No, was it break Peach or Daisy?
No, Candice, that was the exact opposite. Didn't break his spirit at all. He kept being Mario.
Oh boy!
Hell yeah, dude! All right, what about you, Tim? What have you been consuming?
Well, strange it is. I have two strange things. I saw Doctor Strange, which I will say I enjoyed it, and it is a Sam Raimi movie, 100%, which I was really surprised, because usually when anybody's a director from Marvel, no matter who it is, Oliver Stone is going to look like Martin Scorsese, going to look like fucking Francis Ford Coppola with the way that Marvel wants their movies directed. But this really came off as a Sam Raimi movie, and it's really almost like a fucking horror movie. There's some fucking scenes in it that I can't believe they got away with doing at PG-13, and what's supposed to be a comic book movie, which, I know not technically for kids, but is supposed to have a whole wide audience going to it, adults and bringing their kids and everything like that. So I was really surprised with it. But in the long run, there's only going to be like maybe 2 of these fucking Marvel movies that 20 years from now people are going to watch. Because it's just, you have to be so invested in all these other fucking movies and TV shows. It's not even like you have to read the comic books anymore. Now it's like you have to read the comic books. You have to watch all these shows on Disney Plus and this and that. See all these fucking movies in a particular order to understand everything that's going on with it. So I enjoyed it, but it was pure fluff enjoyment, because it's nothing going to be like, I'm not going to go watch it again 10 times in the next 4 or 5 years. And in 5 years, nobody's going to be talking about this movie.
Yeah, I was just talking with my wife about that a lot of the stuff coming out nowadays, since the big thing is Marvel or Star Wars or whatever, like who's going to be rewatching this and talking about it 5 years later?
I think Star Wars has a better chance of standing up against the test of time, even though they're not great movies.
I get that.
It's not something where, literally, this is like, the 23rd or 25th fucking movie basically in this series? and like all the little callbacks and stuff like that it has. And I enjoyed the movie. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I thought it was really, really good. But I mean, it's like empty calories.
I do.
It's good, but it doesn't do anything for you in the long run.
I do go back and watch those movies over again in the established timeline because I enjoy it. I like those movies. None of them are bad. There are some that are better than others, but none of them are bad movies.
None of them are bad. They're all very good, but again, it's like unless you're going to do something, unless you're going to go back and do like a 20 movie fucking rewatch,
which I have done.
It's going to be something. Candice, do you think that your kids, when they grow up, that this is going to be something like, hey, when I have kids, I'm going to show them this, and their kids are going to be like, yeah, I want to watch. Let's start with Iron Man and go all the way through.
I don't know. Maybe my son really likes Marvel. I know.
Well, we know he likes the She-Hulk, so
yeah, he likes She-Hulk a little too much.
Oh man.
No, I was saying She-Hulk boo, like scary. I'm like, no, you fucking weren't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the other thing that I watched was the new Star Trek show, Star Trek Strange New Worlds, which I really fucking enjoyed. I couldn't believe how much I liked it. But it's going to get so many Star Trek fans pissed off because they used some footage from January 6th explaining as to what started like the whole fucking shit, World War III. And the second Civil War in America that's led to World War III, which led to the destruction of the world, which led to the Federation. Boy. And, it's today, so there's a lot of different recasting with people in it. It's basically it's Captain Pike from the original Star Trek pilot. And then Spock is in it. They recast Spock. I like the new Spock. I thought he played it really good. And they have Uhura. And I think other than that, there's nobody else that's really like a carryover from the regular cast. But as soon as I saw the January 6th stuff, I was like, oh boy. I know all of a sudden there's like 3 people that I know go like, I hate this fucking show, even though I loved everything that Star Trek has ever done before.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It was really, really good. I was surprised at how much I liked it.
Oh, you're talking about to sidestep and back into Star Wars off of that. My son never liked Star Wars, ever. Never showed any interest in it.
I don't like your son, Candice. I'm sorry.
I know.
Care how old he is.
I almost disowned him.
I'm going to start cyberbullying that kid. What's his fucking Twitter handle?
Fuck no, he's not on Twitter that I know of. But, so my husband started watching...
She-Hulk 696969.
Yeah. So my husband started watching The Clone Wars, which is a great show. And my son sat down, he watched a few episodes, and then he started asking questions. And then he started watching more episodes, and then he started looking up lore. And then he was like, what order should I watch the movies in? And I was like, son, I've been waiting to have this talk with you since you were born.
Yeah. That's almost why I'm a little bit sad that I don't have kids, just so I can't turn them on the Star Wars, or lock them into a room until they like Star Wars, whichever one comes first.
Oh, that's a magical time.
My 11-year-old's never seen anything Star Wars.
Well,
so
that's
lucky.
Because you abuse her. You have emotionally abused her by not turning her on to Star Wars.
Back from her? Is it her choice? Are you just like
it's her choice.
You're like keeping that shit away from her? She doesn't know it. Are you doing like a dog tooth where she doesn't even know Star Wars exists?
I wish. No, she's well aware. Dude, Tim, we live in the world where YouTube exists. Do you think she doesn't know about fucking Star Wars? There's probably 100 commercials for every fucking stupid fart that came out of an inspiration from a Lucas idea. Oh, now there's a baby Yoda. It's a Yoda that's a baby.
Grogu.
Fucking great.
It's funny that since they took it away from Lucas, it's gotten much better.
Yeah, shocking.
Yeah.
He's not young and hungry anymore. He doesn't come up with the good ideas anymore.
That's a good point. So, okay, what have I been consuming? Everybody was
no one cares. Let's go on to the movie. All right, here we go.
Let's get ready for the movie. I wasted too much time talking about Star Trek and Star Wars. Yeah.
It's actually not a lot. I got the new Switch sports game.
Why?
I don't know if you're aware. Well, because I have an 11-year-old that wanted it.
Okay, all right.
So, let
me guess, bowling, tennis.
Yeah, bowling, tennis, volleyball, badminton, all that kind of stuff. Golf is going to be coming out for it, so we were playing. And then I got the new Mario Party. That's a fun game. No, this one's pretty good because she also wanted that. So I've been playing games with my kid, like a good parent.
I was fishing with my kid. That's what I was doing and teaching him about Star Wars.
You didn't mention that your kids were there.
Yeah, my kids
Yeah,
were
you
there.
never mentioned that your kids were there.
Yeah. It's a fucking amazing how quickly and easily kids can tangle up a fucking line.
Oh my god!
I spent like
yeah.
half the time untangling lines and like rehooking their lines and stuff because I had to cut it.
You should have given him Bassmaster on the Xbox to practice with before you took him out on the boat.
You should have told him to go run around the unregulated fucking firing range
next door.
So you can pick up any unspent shells, kid. We can make money. They're like golf balls in the lake. You can resell them.
I told you, Tim, my dad used to do that, right? He'd go find the
unspent shells?
No, not unspent shells. He'd go dig the lead out of the embankment at the back of the firing range and then go melt it down and make sinkers.
Wait, hold on a second. So I'm assuming he waited until the firing range was closed, right?
Yeah, the firing range where I grew up, Tim, was literally just like somebody put a bench next to the side of a mountain.
So how did he not get shot while he's fucking like digging shit out? Somebody's just like, hey, it's a fire range. Take a couple of shots at it.
Tim, because there was one road, a single lane that led up to this place, and it was like a 40-minute drive up to get up there, away from like literally everything. So you were the only person up there. There was no other place.
Tim doesn't understand.
Going up there, shoot enough bullets in it that made it worthwhile for your dad to go dig the lead out.
Tim doesn't understand isolation and people not being around you at all times.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. Tim's never like further than 25 feet away from a person.
He's thinking about it now, and he's like, "You're right."
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Like, yeah, that's right.
No, so then we've been doing a rewatch of Trailer Park Boys. Fucking one of the best shows, man.
Okay, no comment.
No, you never watched it, Tim?
Yeah. No, I think that's like your Star Wars.
No, I don't think so. It's just fun. And then the most recent thing I watched was Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, who wants to talk about that?
Hey, Eddie,
I know somebody.
Remember multiple times when I messaged you and said, hey, can I do a retrospective on the Resident Evil video games? I'll do all the research myself. Just please let me do it. And you were like, yeah, we'll get around to it.
I did.
And we never fucking got around to it.
So we did a whole research, Candice. Eddie can take a break and go.
Yep.
And you're going to take over with what's going on with the movie.
No, because we're covering the movie instead of covering the entire series of video games like I wanted
to.
Because Eddie can have a whole month of D&D, but I can't do one episode on Resident Evil.
Here's the deal, Candice. You can do a bonus episode this month on a retrospective.
Oh wait,
on
just the
Resident Evil.
Games?
Yeah.
Just the games.
Wow.
But
I'm out of that because I think I played the first one, the second one, and then what was that one that got in trouble for being racist?
That would be the fifth one.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a tough needle to thread, though, because it's like we'll set it down in a place that's not primarily white people, and then we have to shoot the people that are there. So either you just populate it with white people, or you shoot the people that are there.
Couldn't you set it in South Africa in like the 70s or like the 80s?
Your partner's blackish.
Then you could be shooting the good white, the right kind of white people. Yeah.
Just an apartheid.
Because Resident Evil isn't in our world. It's like in a whole other. It's not our Earth.
Yeah.
It doesn't have our politics.
True.
Oh, it doesn't have the racism that we have. Okay, all right. You know what? Actually, I think I might want to live in this Resident Evil world.
But Candice,
except for the bioweapons.
Trade-off.
Yeah. Candice, I would say this movie kind of is a retrospective on the Resident Evil franchise.
It's a retrospective on the first two in Code Veronica.
Yeah. And the remake. It's got a few little things hidden from the remake.
There was a couple of nods to the games that I picked up, but I'm sure Candice knows all the little fucking Easter eggs.
You're going to be getting... Yeah, you goddamn right. I'm going to be pointing every single one of them out.
So
because
Candice...
I fucking love Resident Evil. I have in my possession on my Xbox the remake of 1, the remake of 2, and 3. I have 4, which hasn't been remade yet. I got 7, I have 8, and then I have all the DLC that goes with them. And I have played, I mean, I can't even name all the ones that I've played. I've played almost every one of them except for the offshoots, like the I never played Outbreak online because I didn't have online access at the time.
Trust me, it would have sucked anyway. If it's online, it would have.
Yeah, it was like PS2 era.
Candice, I've got Resident Evil 2 on N64.
I had that.
Wow.
I had it on N64 and PS1. I had both.
They might have multiple N64s.
Okay.
That was the sound of Tim's falling on the floor.
Yeah, I'm so surprised. Yeah.
All right,
Candice. I only had one when it was a relevant machine. But go ahead.
I'm sorry, Tim. It's not your fucking CDI or your weird fucking Amstrad systems that you used to game on. I'm sorry you don't have the same nostalgia.
That's what I had.
Oh yeah, the 3D.
The most useless. I know the second most useless system I ever had, besides the ColecoVision Atom computer.
Yep. I'm surprised you didn't have a Virtual Boy. So, Candice, what is your history with Resident Evil?
The year was 1996. I was 11 years old in my denim cutoffs and my Nature Preserve t-shirt. And I was flipping through Electronic Gaming Monthly, and I see an ad for Resident Evil. It blew my fucking mind because I'd never seen anything like this before. And at the time, I only had an N64, and I was happy with it. And I looked down on all those fucking peons with their PlayStations. It's just a fad, it'll never catch on. But I was like, yeah, I know. Because, the gaming wars, the console wars.
Yep.
But I was like, I have to get a fucking PlayStation because look at this game. And so I begged and begged and begged, and I finally got a PlayStation 1 because I had mono, and my mom felt really bad for me because I was really sick. So, of course, the very first game I bought was Resident Evil, and I played it so much. And I would have the radio, just turned on to 106.5, which was our, top of the pops.
Oh, yeah, we know that station, Candice, yeah.
Yeah, and in North Carolina, that's like the top of the pops for, like, rock. And so all the songs that were playing during this movie was the songs I was listening to when I was playing Resident Evil when I was in middle school. It was, oh my god, that's why I picked this movie, because this movie's not great, but it is near and dear to my heart because it perfectly captures the ridiculousness of Resident Evil.
That it definitely does. So, I mean, we know that's why you picked this movie. So your history, I mean, this movie came out in 2021, so nobody's going to really have a history with this movie, but clearly you've seen it before. Tim, I'm betting safely here that this is the first time you've watched it.
No, when it first came out, when I was first able to watch it on, some site, I got maybe 45 minutes in, and I was like, forget it.
Tim,
Jan Ochoa on Giant Bomb said he watched the first 60 minutes in theaters and walked out because he hated it so much.
I didn't hate it during those first 45 minutes. I was just like, that was it. Not hating it, not liking it, just kind of indifferent to it.
Yeah.
I feel like I put in my Letterboxd review when I watched it the first time. I was like, if you're not a Resident Evil person, you're probably not going to be crazy about this movie. You're probably not going to enjoy it because it's definitely made for the fans of Resident Evil.
When I had my wife trapped in the car,
Bold move, production company,
and we were driving for half an hour, so she had to listen to me. I was talking to her about this, and I said, it sucks. If you're doing an adaptation of any kind of media, especially a video game, and especially a massive series like this, on one hand, you're never going to do it right. You're never going to make it what the fans of it want it to be, and you're never going to make it a good introduction for people who have no idea what the fuck it is at the same time. It just doesn't happen. It's got to be one or the other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And usually they go for, let's make it as wide an audience as possible.
Yeah, mass market appeal.
Off and water everything down.
Yeah, exactly. And I totally get what you're saying. With this one, Candice, they did not do that.
No.
They...
I have so many people's names written down and names of fucking maps and fucking castles and shit. And wait, I'm supposed to know about this place? What the fuck? The Sinclair Mansion? What?
The Spencer Mansion.
Oh, shit.
Tim, get ready for... I'm going to subtitle this episode, Well, Actually.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I got a bottle of Johnny Walker Black here, okay? And every time Candice has to correct me on something, I'm going to take a shot.
Tim, we're going to have an intervention with you, sir, for having the idea.
It's just a reason. I just want to get drunk, and I know that's a good way to do it.
There you go.
That's a great drinking game. If you're hanging out with Candice, just everybody drink when she says actually.
Oh, man. Or when Tim says a word with his fun flair on it, like...
With my dyslexic pronunciation, with slurring from being drunk, yes.
Yeah, like how did you pronounce Uhura just a little while ago
Uhura.
from Star Trek? Uhura?
Uhura.
It is Uhura.
It's Uhura?
Yeah.
Which I'll bet you that a lot of people are going to be pissed off that she's black in this show.
So that's a good point. I was going to say, Star Trek specifically used to not try to do anything that pushed boundaries politically. That's a very good point.
Yep, that's right. No politics in science fiction. No politics in entertainment, right?
No.
I have one gripe about this Star Trek and the last couple of Star Treks. Why does Spock need to fuck all of a sudden?
Don't they have to?
Because in this one, he's getting married and he's almost getting ready to fuck his wife when he gets called up to the Enterprise. And I'm like, why does Spock need to fuck?
Because don't the Vulcans have to fuck every so often?
Yeah, he has a whole mating ritual, which I think is like every 5 years or 10 years, he's got to go back to his planet and bang one out. Which look. Why does Spock need to be sexy?
I thought it was that the Spock's people, which the Vulcans were they when they say they bang one out, they fight each other to the death. Basically, they beat the shit out of each other to have sex.
Survival of the fittest, yeah.
And it's the only way that they can release their emotions, because they'll just explode if they don't.
Well, yeah. See, I always thought as Vulcans is like the time when your cat goes in the heat before you can get them fixed. They're pretty normal, and all of a sudden, all they want to do is just shove their fucking ass in your face.
And yeah, she's a real affectionate kitty all of a sudden.
Oh yeah. She likes getting petted a lot.
Spock, calm down. Get your fucking ass out of my face.
God damn. I'm afraid I can't do that, Jim.
But circling way back around to my beginning argument about this movie, my Letterboxd review for it, I said, if you're not a fan, you're probably not going to like it. And this dude, the only time anyone's ever commented on one of my Letterboxd reviews was like, I'm not a fan and I like this movie. Wow. I was like, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you liked it. I don't fucking care.
I want to meet that fucking psychopath, by the way.
No, I'll say this. I kind of, like I said, I was kind of indifferent, but at the end of it, I wasn't pissed off that I watched a movie. It wasn't that bad. It's not a horrible movie. It's not done stupidly. If anything, I think it's written a little bit too smart because I kept waiting for a couple of lines. I kept waiting for, Jill, you are the master of picking locks. Here is this lock pick.
You are the master of unlocking.
Oh, okay. So,
here we go.
A shot.
Take a shot.
And instead, Tim, they made Claire the master of unlocking, which is why she could
that was
unlock
weird.
her brothers. Yeah.
Well, they also added this backstory that they were orphans in an orphanage, and that was not the story of Chris and Claire Redfield. But I was like, whatever.
Yeah, I only played. Like I said, I think I only played. I know I played the first one, played the second one. After that, kind of dropped off, and then I think that, like I said, that the racist one, I think I got it for free.
The racist
and that's why I played it.
The racist one's actually really fun in co-op. That's the best way to play it. You can have a really good time. I've played it 5 times in co-op.
So I played 1, 2.
Yeah, it's just getting together with a bunch of her friends and just going there and just letting all that lead out. Yeah,
kill the Duskies.
That's her weird Vulcan thing. That she has to co-op Resident Evil 5. No, so I played 1, 2, 3, Code Veronica 4, and then a little bit of the VR one that came out on PlayStation.
Okay, can I ask you guys a question? When did the controls get good?
4.
Okay.
That's when they got away from tank
controls. What system is that on? What controller is that? What controller are you using on that?
Let me tell you the story about Resident Evil 4. 4 was originally on the GameCube, because Capcom made a deal with Nintendo saying we'll make 5 games exclusively for the GameCube.
Yeah, shit. GameCube had a fucking couple exclusives, yeah.
And Resident Evil 4 was one of them, which eventually got released on PS2. And
Yes,
but
did.
I, of course, had a GameCube because I not only suck Disney and Star Wars' dick, I also suck Nintendo's dick. And I've had every one of their consoles.
You gave me shit about getting Switch Sports. Fuck you.
Because it's not fun.
You see, she's blowing Mario and Luigi at the same time.
All the hours you played on it, you didn't have any fun, right?
Well, with Wii Sports, yeah, back in the day. But it was a 5-game deal, and Resident Evil 4 was on the GameCube, and that's the one. That game was fucking revolutionary when it came out because it didn't have the tank controls. And it also had the third-person over-the-shoulder perspective, and it was the game that popularized that, and that's why so many shooters now have it, because of Resident Evil 4. And QuickTime events during cutscenes.
Yeah, that's true. Candice,
Resident Evil 4 is my number 2 favorite video game of all time. Fucking love that game.
Do you think that removing bad controls from survival horror games fucks it up?
In some ways, yeah. In some ways, it does decrease the horror. But then you couldn't strafe in Resident Evil 4.
No,
you had to stand in one spot and shoot. You couldn't back up while you were shooting, which made for some real tense scenes.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact Resident Evil 1 and all the way up to 4, you had the fixed camera angle. And you knew you were shooting at something around the corner, but you couldn't see what it was.
I can't see it yet, but it's there.
I gotta say my favorite of the series before 4, of the proper, shitty tank controls, was Code Veronica.
Me too.
That was such
Love
a good
Code
game,
Veronica.
Man.
What was the one where you're in the house with the fucking hillbilly family? Because that was pretty good.
That's 7.
My wife was actually freaking out while I was playing.
Yeah, that's 7. Tim, I was playing that one on VR, dude. That's
holy shit!
Fucked up the dinner scene. Holy
you're in the house. You got that fucking fat guy chasing. You got to keep running through the fucking holes in the walls. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's just gonna rape you. It's fucking crazy.
I imagine that in VR.
Did you watch it in
you
VRR?
Bent over a couch, and you're just looking at the TV screen that's shaking.
That's what his problem is.
Well, I just assume that's how I motivate my character even further, right? Dude, you laugh, Tim, but
why didn't you tell us that when we played Dungeons and Dragons? I could have played that game a whole different way.
Tim would have enjoyed it. I know. Yeah, you would have had so much more fun.
Get out of this house or you're going to get raped.
The ghost is winking at you. You're like, ugh.
Licking its lips.
All right. So, written and directed by Johannes Roberts. No relation to Eric.
Damn.
This dude did 2 47 meters down movies.
That was the first one was good. I like the first one.
Yeah, the first one was okay, but what was the second one? 48 meters?
No, it was under cave diving. Underwater cave diving.
Wait, is that the one with is that the one with the 3 chicks going an underwater fucking tomb that her father's supposed to be working on, and they sneak into it and they find out that everybody else left and it's an earthquake or some shit like that?
I haven't actually seen it myself, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're about sharks. So then it's also starring Kea, oh god damn it, Scodelario as Claire.
The main chick?
Yeah, she's in Pirates of the Caribbean 5.
Yeah, she was in one of those.
Oh shit! Because I kept looking, I was like, I know I've seen her face before, but I couldn't remember where.
Well, Tim, you might have also remembered her from Crawl, the killer crocodile.
Oh
movie.
shit, that's right. I forgot she was in that. She was blonde in it.
Yes.
Wait, she's the daughter in that movie?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck. Wow. Because she was so much more hot in this fucking movie. See, that's why I don't like blondes. I'm sorry.
God damn it, Tim.
She reminded me too much. No, that bitch reminded me too much of Amber Heard in that fucking Crow movie. I was like, get him, fucking alligator. Get that fucking lion.
Get that fucking lion. Hashtag believe all women. That's the stance of this podcast. Remember,
hashtag
Eddie?
Trust but verify.
Unless you've been watching the trial, yes.
That trial is fucking wild.
I said from day one he was innocent, and everybody called me a fucking liar.
I never called you no liar. I always believe men.
No. I remember when I first heard it, I was like, wow, I can't believe that Johnny Depp would do something like that.
What kills me is that he's been in long-term relationships with other. Okay, we'll not go. We'll never. We're not going to go off on that.
No, it's so easy. You look at her in her eyes, and she's crazy, and then you're just like, okay,
That
well,
crazy
I
pussy.
can just dismiss her.
Well, look, I haven't been watching the whole trial, but I think Eddie, your wife has been watching it a lot, so she might know this a little bit more than me. But one of the things I remember seeing and reading about is like how usually in cases like this, the one who's the abuser is always staring at the other person.
Oh, right,
like,
they're trying to intimidate him,
and the other one doesn't want to make contact. And every single shot you see is Amber Heard staring fucking Johnny Depp down in the face, and he doesn't want to look at it. And I wouldn't want either, because if I had some fucking bitch take a shit in my bed, that'd be the end of the fucking relationship.
It's so sad when you think about it, because he's not a young man, and she is.
No.
She it's just sad.
Because the other thing that you keep hearing about is how she was like kept fucking mocking him with like, you're an old fat man, you're washed up, all this shit. And like, I feel bad for him on one hand, but on the other hand is, dude, you're fucking Johnny Depp. You're like 50 years old. You're going to marry like a 24, 25-year-old chick. What the fuck do you think that she's thinking about you anyway, right?
Well,
No
she
clue.
could love him, Tim. Like, some people do love each other.
Don't know.
Like,
Plus,
do you
she's
just
gorgeous,
instantly
and I'm sure that didn't hurt.
Nah, she's gorgeous?
And everybody I know thinks that she's just the hottest fucking thing.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, Tim, that makes sense.
See, here's the thing for me is, if I didn't know about her, maybe I would say, yeah, she's really fucking hot. But now that I know about her, I'm like, get the fuck out of here, right?
Hold on, I'm going to look up a picture of Amber Heard. I'm going to just Google Amber Heard
And
sexy.
I think she was even a redhead in one of the Aquaman movies, which usually would get me too. But I'm just like,
All right.
I know too much about you,
Yeah,
bitch.
she plays Mara.
I Googled Amber Heard sexy. And
Look
let's
up
see what
Amber
happens.
Turd, which I think that was trending
No,
on Twitter.
damn.
So when I saw that, I was like, oh, you know what? She's never, no matter what happens, she's never going to let that fucking thing down.
I don't know. She looks like she might have a syndrome.
I always thought so too. I never saw the appeal in her. Like, she
Like her
has nothing
eyes?
going on behind her eyes.
Yeah, she looks like she got something going on there. You can see her nipples a lot. Damn.
See, she's trying to take your eyes away from her dead eyes. Look at my live nipples.
My live nipples. Anyway, that's enough about that. Man, we are getting political on this show, aren't we?
What? Oh, shit.
Anyway.
She's too tired to talk about abortion rights being stripped from women, but get her on Johnny Depp. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Give her a shot.
Man, from day one, I was on his side. But
I'm
anyway.
with you, Candice. Fuck her. So, anyway, Robbie Amell as
shit.
Chris.
Yes! Do you know who he is? You know what he's in?
Yeah, I do. He was Fred from 2 of the Scooby-Doo cartoon movies.
What?
Okay, well that, but he's also Fire Matrix and DC's Heroes of Tomorrow.
Oh, my God.
He is the cousin of Stephen Amell, who is the Green Arrow in all the DC shows.
Oh my god, the geeking out is just incredible right now.
Yeah,
Holy
what else
shit.
was he? He was Fire Phoenix in the Matrix movie, Marvel guy. Super. Woo! Fly.
Oh. I was like, oh shit, I know him. And I know that last name too. And I looked him up and I was like, oh shit, they're cousins.
I just have that he was mostly a drop-in TV show guy, and then Fred from a couple Scooby-Doo TV movies. So that's good. Then we got Hannah Jo Kamen as Jill.
You wouldn't recognize her, Eddie, because she's in a Marvel movie.
No, I would recognize her, dummy, because she was voices in the Dark Souls games.
She does?
Yeah.
Cool. Holy shit.
Hell, man. I was like, oh shit, that's the Phantom from Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yep, and she was also in Ready Player One and 2 episodes of Black Mirror. So suck a dick, bitch.
Oh yeah, she was in
Anyhow.
Black Mirror.
Mirrors
That's right.
was she in?
15 million credits. And
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. She was
One
in
of the
that.
best ones. Yeah.
I love that one. It's
great
probably my
and
favorite one.
the what is it? The Social Network one. Fuck. God damn
Oh,
it.
the one with the bees?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That was the stupidest episode. No, that wasn't the stupid. The stupidest one was the Street Fighter one when they just started fucking.
No. Oh, God. Hold on. Oh, Eddie, you just fucking blew the shit out. Now I have to do it before the podcast comes out because every once in a while I like to tweet a screenshot of that game and like talk about like who's got the highest score on this game.
Of what game?
Fighting Vipers.
Okay, yeah.
No, it's just I like doing it once in a while because it gets people pissed off. But that was a great fucking episode, man.
What was great about it?
Because it was like one of those things. It was like, you're going to do this in a game. So, yeah, it's okay to do it in a game, right? But do you do it in real life?
What? I haven't seen the episode, so I don't know.
Okay, Candice, let me briefly overview this episode for you. These two dudes are homies, right? Uh-huh. And then one of them buys the other one a video game. He's like, hey, we can play
a VR game that they can play together.
It's a VR game. You put a little VR dot on your temple, and then you go catatonic, and you're in this like perfect VR, right? Like Ready Player
like
One.
Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, something
Sign
like
me
that.
up. Right? I'll beat up a car anytime.
Okay, so win. And this is online, too, so he can play with his old college buddy.
Wait, hold on. Candice, have you played Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, something like that?
She's played a fighting game, Tim.
Yeah,
hold on.
Hey, Street
this
Fighter.
Is important to where we're going.
Street Fighter 2.
Who's your favorite character? Who would you pick if you're going to play Street Fighter?
Chun-Li.
Okay, perfect. So he gives his friend the thing for his birthday or whatever. I don't know, it doesn't matter. And he's like, hey, I'm your college friend. We haven't talked for a long time because you got married and I'm like a single dude. So then he's like, all right, cool. Well, tonight I'll play with you. So he puts the thing on, right? And he's playing as, like, let's say Ryu, right? Mm-hmm. And his friend,
when they're playing the game, it switches to two different actors.
Yeah.
That they are seeing. So it's when, like if me and Eddie were playing this game, instead of seeing Eddie, all of a sudden you're going to see like the literal character that he picked. That's where it picks up.
In that's how VR works, Tim.
Yeah.
So
it's your avatar. I get it.
So one of them is Chun-Li, one of them is Ryu, right? Okay. They fight for like 10 seconds. And then they just start fucking the shit out of each other. Right? Just balls
It's
deep.
like, think of it more of a Dead or Alive game, right?
Yeah.
You're playing Dead or Alive. And just when the bikini tops come off all the
Ryu,
volleyball.
Ryu just like pins Chun-Li down and just starts fucking railing her out, right?
Yeah, I've seen that on Pornhub.
Okay, you're familiar with sex. Okay, so they keep doing this like every night. There's no even pretense that they're going to fight. They just
at one point, one of the guys is like, his wife wants to have sex. He's like, no, I got to do something on the computer. I got to do something for work, and he's fucking playing the game with his friend.
And he's just fucking penetrating.
Can he feel it?
Yes,
I mean, VR.
Yeah, it's VR. It's Black Mirror. Of course you can feel it, Candice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he blows the fucking fattest load in his pants. Right? So then they're doing this every fucking night. Right? So that couch is just sticky for both of them. And then
it's just a constant damp spot.
So then one day the dude's just like, hey, let's meet up in real life and kiss to see if that works. So they do, but then the guy gets mad at him and punches him. And he's like, I'm not gay. And then he stops.
He's not gay.
Right. Then they stop fucking in Street Fighter, right? Or Skeet Fighter, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
And then
it's 3, 2, 1 fight. And they both just stand there going back and forth.
And then the
what
one
am I supposed
dude.
to do?
So then the one dude pings him over IM and he's like, look, I need to fuck you again. I tried fucking just another dude on the VR, and it's not the same.
He played some rando, he says.
And so then the guy, like, tells his wife about it, and the wife's like, that's okay, you're fucked up. Then here's the conclusion, Candice. The wife is like, all right, I'm going to go out to a bar, and we have a deal now, where once a month, I go out to a bar and just literally fuck a dude, right? Yep. And once a month, you get to just jump on this VR game and fuck your buddy. Mm-hmm. The end.
Yes. I mean,
Tim,
I think it's great because look, he is obviously gay or at least bisexual, right? And he just so hard doesn't want to admit it that even all the shit that he's fucking doing in this VR game, he doesn't want to carry it over to real life, and he wants to keep it, but he doesn't want to do it. To the point where he'll let his wife go out and have sex with a real person. As long as he can keep pretending like, as long as I do this, I'm not gay. As long as I do this, I'm not gay. I'm just playing the game. I'm just playing the game, right?
I mean, that asks the question.
I think it's the most hated episode of Black Mirror.
If you're
no way.
If you have sex with an avatar of another person, is that cheating?
No.
Like
once you start getting hold on. Well, you're talking about now. Well, let's talk Black Mirror time, where it's like actually where you're VR.
Feeling it.
Okay, yeah. You know what? I've actually I was being flippant. I've actually got a real answer for you on this. Okay. If you're doing anything sexually with another person that you would not do in front of your significant other, then it's cheating.
I mean, that's fair.
Period.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. Okay.
Okay. That's all you need.
Fine. Just fucking
drew a fucking line under it. Jesus. Very easy. Stupid fucking episode.
You know what I'm just thinking about right now? There's a whole new world of porn because of VR. And I'm not talking about guys watching VR. I'm talking about guys getting caught.
My God. VR. My husband went on the adults only tab on Steam.
And his poor little brain, because he doesn't understand what pornography is for. So he must have really been flipping out.
His poor little brain. He was like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "It's adults only. What did you think it was going to be?" And he's like, "I didn't think it was going to be this explicit."
I gotta dial it back here. Tim just said your husband doesn't understand what pornography is for.
I mean,
and you didn't say like what? He's not a. He's
I think we
stupid.
had this conversation in the last episode, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, I straight up asked him after the episode because I was like, "Did I misunderstand?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "I don't watch porn." I'm like, "You don't even?" I was like, "Even when like I don't give it up that night and you're really hard up, you don't use it."
Candice,
and he's like,
"You know what he's doing
like, no,
now?
I don't."
He's watching porn while you're doing this episode.
Candice's husband.
He's like, I just don't understand that. He doesn't understand the appeal, is what he says.
He doesn't understand the appeal. So either Candice's husband is one of the greatest liars in history, or Candice is one of the most gullible people in history.
Can we put up a poll? Can we have a poll?
No, Tim. No, Tim.
Because I'm like, okay. I don't care. You know, I'm like, everybody watches porn. Who cares, right?
All right, yeah.
But yeah, it was no. He swears up and down. I was like, okay. I mean, I'm not going to call him a liar or something.
Yeah, Tim, send Candice's husband one of those fighting vipers things, and
he'll be like, I don't understand this.
It's going to be him and Chaz just hanging out every night playing fighting games.
Okay. It's just a game. That's it.
Don't worry, Candice. We're just fighting.
We're fighting with our vipers. That's what's even better about it. The fucking name of the game, too, right?
That's so stupid.
And no, because the other thing too that really got me about that episode, because I told you how many times I played with my friends Wesley and Viles, right?
Yeah.
And I'll say this is more true with my friend Wesley, because we usually play hockey by ourselves with the two of us, without Viles fucking up the game because he doesn't know how to play center at all. Saying the fucking center, that's the name of your position. And I could say that after watching that episode, like, I would pay attention to like what I was saying and what was being said to me. And I'm like, my wife can't hear what Wesley is saying, and his wife and daughter can't hear what he's saying. But all of a sudden, I'm like, yeah, Wesley, oh yeah, oh yeah, perfect. Oh, you got it right there. Oh, perfect.
Oh, yeah, right there. Like, that's the spot.
If anybody's sitting next to me, they could be thinking something else is going on.
Oh, slap it, Wesley. Slap it. Oh yeah, get it in there.
I mean, we haven't even started on this fucking movie yet, but I'm about to go off on another tangent.
No, we're
I've been drinking too, so yeah.
We're doing Saturday a late night.
See, this is why we need to do this on Saturday night, so I'm not the only one who's been drinking.
Saturday night on this one, man.
Have you guys watched the show? Have you guys watched the show Our Flag Means Death?
No.
Okay. Well,
I know of the show, though.
Okay, so it's a pirate show, and everybody in it's gay. They're either gay or they're non-binary.
Okay.
And I really like this show. Like, it's one of my favorite shows on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I really like pirates, and I think it's funny. The whole, like, gay thing just completely went over my head, because I just kind of accepted it as, like, yeah, okay, Edward Teach and Steve Bonnet are lovers.
You grew up watching Johnny Depp as Captain Captain Jack,
Captain
who had
Black,
more swash than buckle going on.
It just never, I was never like, oh, this is great for queer voices, like, just, I don't care. I just like the show. And then like on like, you know, the socials, people are like, oh man, this is such great representation for non-binary characters. This is really giving voice to, you know, the queer community. And I'm like, I don't know. I just think it's a good show. I'm like, is it because I'm straight when I'm watching it? So I don't really like understand like anything going on.
I always thought the pirate movies were like kind of like secret gay movies, right? They're on the fucking boat for like 8 or 9 months. Nobody, what the fuck did anybody think is going to happen there, right?
I mean, to be honest, like a movie, I don't know. I'm not
gay for. No, hold on, that's going to sound wrong. I'm going to say gay for booty because they're pirates, but that doesn't.
There you go.
Out.
No, so I was just, I'm the perfect person to talk about gay representation.
I mean, that's true.
I always feel like if you do representation right, it shouldn't club you fucking over the head. You should just be like, okay, they're just like regular fucking people doing a thing.
Yeah, so maybe that's the big deal that I'm not getting is they're like, no, this is actually done right because it's so natural.
Because it's
for
not
all
like,
of these characters to be gay.
It's like not like, hey, here's my gay roommate Todd, and then he comes in and he's
floating
the funny
everywhere,
guy. Yeah, it's just like a dude. He just like is late with the rent, and you're like, God, Todd, get me the rent. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna go to work. And it's like, well, I was a gay dude. You didn't even notice.
Yeah, exactly.
Paul Lynn, Liberace, right?
Like this character is supposed to be non-binary. I didn't even pick up on that. I just thought she was a chick that liked to wear guys' clothes because it wasn't like a big deal.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
All right, let's get into the movie. Speaking of, it's Resident Evil. Okay. Welcome to Raccoon City. I have a lot of problems with this opening scene. Okay.
What?
We're in an orphanage, right?
Which, immediately I was like, well, this isn't really...
Bunch of kids just chilling out in their bunks, right?
Did you say chilling out or chilling out? Yeah, what the fuck? I saw that too. I was like, how the fuck did they get the bed together?
All right, Candice, my first question. I don't remember Claire and Chris
keep that song playing the whole
being
episode.
In like some sort of a weird child incestuous relationship.
They're not. In the games, they're not. They're not even orphans in the games.
Okay, in this movie... I gotta pause this. I'm getting too hard. They're in the same bed in the orphanage.
My kids do that.
What? Whoa!
My kids sleep they do sleepovers in each other's rooms.
Oh boy! Now you mentioned something that one of your children said in the Discord the other day about a crush.
daughter who's 6. My daughter who's 6 said she had a crush on her brother, who's turning 11.
Wow, already into older men.
So tell me about what your daughter said.
I think that's just because she's really young.
Yeah.
And the biggest male figure in her life is her brother. She worships the ground he walks on.
Yeah. What else? How does she sleep at night?
In my sibling's bed.
Stop it. These are my children.
Okay, I stopped it. No, there's brother and sister are sleeping in the same bed, but you don't know their brother and sister up front. You just see 2 kids sleeping in the same fucking bed, and you're like, okay, one male, one female. Like,
is this movie written by Stephen King?
It's yeah, or Singer. So no, and I just say. Then all of a sudden, a weird lady that was in Dark Souls, or looks like she was in Dark Souls, touches the sleeping girl, and her orphanage husband.
Oh yeah, Lisa Trevor.
Yeah, and her orphanage husband tells her not to talk so much and to go back to bed.
This is Chris. This is child Chris and Claire Redfield, by the way, for the listeners, in case they're wondering.
Child Chris, aka Claire's orphanage husband, tells her it's okay, sweetie, go back to bed, but she doesn't. She hunts down the creepy lady, and then a doctor interrupts her and tells her, hey, go back to bed. And then it's revealed, this is Chris and Claire.
Hey, are we going to point out who this doctor is? Because he's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, Dr. William.
Okay, his name's Dr. Berkner.
Mm-hmm.
And he's Neil McDonough? Or how do you pronounce his name?
That albino guy who's always a bad guy.
He's always a bad guy because he's so blonde-haired and blue-eyed. He's got naturally platinum blonde hair and just the most piercing blue eyes you've ever seen. Of course he's going to be a bad guy.
He starts off pretending to be the good guy, but then he's a CIA agent who turns your fucking team into the Russians.
He's also in the Arrow TV show.
Is he? Because he's also in a Bruce Willis movie that came out recently. One of those other movies. Like, how much did he get paid to be in that movie? Because he's still working, right? And his brain is still working.
He'd be good to be on one of the Team Edward people in the vampire movies.
That's true. He would be good in those movies.
White he is.
No, his eyes are too bright for the vampires, right?
Oh yeah, they're always have either hazel
he's got
eyes
those werewolf eyes. What are you talking about?
He could be like the in between. He could be like the whatever the fuck a half and half is. Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Could be a hybrid.
So then, we cut to Claire hitchhiking a ride from a trucker.
Oh man, all these like set pieces in this movie are ripped directly from the video games.
Yep. Because this I just have
so hard for it.
I just have this is the Resident Evil 2 remake scene, right?
It is. It's the exact same thing. Yep. Shot for shot. Like they got the details down, even in the orphanage. They got the signs up on the walls. They got the placement of the flowers on the walls. Like everything is perfectly. They clearly did their homework.
Well, I think at one point they actually used video game footage that transitions into like regular film, right?
They do, yeah. And I loved it because it's just okay, we'll get to it when we get to it. But yeah, I know what you're talking about because I pointed it out.
Dude's got the dashboard cheeseburger and he's hitting on her, the creepy trucker, and talking to her. Oh, why are you coming back here to Raccoon City? And your brother, blah blah blah. They're having a nice, fun little conversation. And then the trucker just runs abroad over.
Yeah, he does, because he's too busy trying to cop a feel on Claire.
Yeah, he's pulling one of my moves, because they can't get out. So then just bam, he hits the broad in the truck.
You're hitchhiking, right? Mm-hmm. Did you see my bumper sticker?
Tim's bumper sticker says ass, gas, or grass, but the grass is scratched out, and so's the gas.
No, I'll tell you, at the age I am right now and the economy that we're in right now, I think I would trade grass and gas for the ass.
Yeah?
Ass and grass in this economy?
Yeah. And gas, I mean, now you're just not being eco-friendly. How about like a Tesla charging station? Those fucking welfare cars. Anyhow, so he gets out.
Can you use the Tesla charging station to suntan your balls at the same time?
No, because it's electricity, not UV.
Can we just tell them that you can?
Sure. By the way, how funny is it that like a bunch of extremely like very liberal, eco-friendly people bought Teslas, and now the head of that company, Elon Musk, is just like the shittiest fucking like Joe Rogan motherfucker. I wonder how shamed a lot of people are driving that welfare car around.
Well, here's my take on this. Really, can you be a nice guy and be a billionaire?
No.
I don't think so, right?
No, because you got to be a billionaire because you stepped on the necks of other people.
Yeah. How rich do you think?
Plus, the other thing, too, I love this whole thing of how he has this whole fucking thing of how he's self-made, like Jeff Bezos, but they don't mention about how his daddy owned a fucking emerald mine, and Jeff Bezos' parent gave him like a $300,000 fucking loan, and the garage that he started working at was like a fucking mansion to me and you.
Well, I was going to say, Tim, how rich do you think Paul Newman was?
Was he? Before he started acting?
No. After acting. Like, he was a decent dude, and he was pretty fucking rich.
Oh, yeah, he had tons of money. And the fucking popcorn and the salad dressing and all that shit, that went straight to fucking charities.
Yeah. So he was a rich dude.
But,
I don't know if he was a billionaire,
though. Here's the thing that gets me pissed off with that shit, because here's an end around. He also got to write that shit off on his taxes.
That's fair. Okay, what about Jimmy Carter, then? How rich did Carter get, you think?
Jimmy Carter, let me tell you, Jimmy Carter is maybe one of the greatest presidents we ever had, who just had bad timing with when he became president. But you tell me another fucking rich person president who had that kind of power, who could he had the fucking nuclear codes in his hands. And he goes from that to building fucking houses for poor people. No matter how fucking old he is, no matter how sick he is, no matter what, he still does that shit. Yeah. Hats off to all that fucking peanut butter eating motherfucker.
So that's my example of maybe some rich people can be okay. Yeah. But that's the exception that proves the rule, right? Anyhow,
Yeah, even Obama doesn't do that shit.
No, he just started doing, the second he got out of office, he was just doing $1 million fucking speeches at the banks. Capitalism sucks.
See, we go both ways, people. We get political on both ends of it, okay?
We're just double teaming them, Tim. So, then they get out of the truck.
So the burger in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
This makes me, oh man.
Where's it? In Raccoon City, they don't have a McDonald's, they have a Burger King. What's Raccoon City fast food restaurant?
It's just
I don't know. McDonald's doesn't exist in this universe.
Yeah, they don't have any
Remember,
fast food
it's not our
places
world.
there. That's true. Yeah, it's like a parallel universe, Tim.
Probably like Raccoon Burger or something like that, or some kind of.
Hold on. Okay, no, hold on. For real, what part does it say that this is a different universe and not ours?
No, because if you play the
Besides
games.
what every other movie does. Are you going to say 28 Days is a different universe than what we're in? Dawn of the Dead is a different universe?
No.
When does this movie or game say this is a different universe than what we're living in?
You pick it up because there's like wars that are going on in their world that have never happened in ours, and our wars never happened in theirs. Like political things that have happened in our world has never happened in theirs. And things like Umbrella Corporation being a big deal, and bioweapons being a big deal. Like bioweapons are a huge deal in the Resident Evil universe. But they don't make bioweapons as far as we know that have been released upon a town.
If you listen to the right radio stations, they make bioweapons, Candice.
But in their world, it's a huge problem that terrorists are getting a hold of bioweapons that are like viruses that transform people into raging monsters.
And in our world, that only happens in Wuhan, so it's not like it's everywhere.
But yeah, so I mean, they don't really say it. And then Raccoon City in unnamed state of the United States. If you look at a map, it's like northern Midwest, probably like Indiana, Illinois area. Is where it's approximately located.
One of the flyover
the countries in the game never existed in our world. Like they're not real. But Spanish exists if you play 4.
There you go. And English exists, so there's that. I just have then the dog licks the blood up from the lady that they ran over.
Yeah, and I like that because here's the origin of the dogs, right? Yep.
Because the lady they ran over, she gets up, she ran off. And then them.
All right, now here's a question: did you do anything wrong
when you ran over a lady?
If you hit somebody, if the hit and run is and you hit somebody runner. And they run, does that count?
That's true.
Back then, he didn't have a cell phone or anything, so all he could do was...
Yeah, this is 1998.
Yeah, drive to the nearest place and call somebody.
Oh, and did you listen to the song that was playing on the radio?
Oh, is this the 4 Non-Blondes?
No, it's the Cardigans, you jackass.
The Cardigans, you jackass.
It's my favorite game by the Cardigans. Once again... I was listening to this on the radio while I played Shadows of the Empire on my N64.
Wow. Holy shit, I remember that fucking game. Yo, falling up that fucking ledge? Holy shit.
Oh man, Jesus I would Christ, explore every nook and cranny with that jetpack.
So then we get the title card, and we get some fun facts about Raccoon City, how it used to be a pharmaceutical company town, then Umbrella kind of let it become a ghost town. And we cut to the local townie bar where Jill Valentine, Wesker, and a bunch of other fuckers are...
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that the actor who plays Wesker is Sam's brother in Game of Thrones. He's the one who gets eaten by a dragon because he doesn't bend the knee.
Wait, who's Sam?
Sam's the fat guy who, he's like the Meister. The Maester, and he's like Jon Snow's best friend.
Mr. Heatmeister?
Oh, the guy that's in that fucking stupid Moonfall movie.
I haven't seen that, so I don't know.
But it's a stupid movie, yes. It has everything in. I think that's a movie that Elon Musk, by the way, since we're talking, I think he paid $1 million to have a line written in about how great he was in the movie. Because it literally, the people are talking, and somebody goes, "Hey, Elon Musk, he's a hero."
What a fucking douchebag.
Oh, and if you've ever seen Umbrella... Oh, god damn it. What's the name of it?
I've seen an Umbrella, yeah.
It's Umbrella Academy. Yeah. He's also like the big guy in Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, Umbrella Academy.
That's who that
Elon
actor
Musk?
is.
No, not Elon Musk. Tim. Umbrella Academy, not related to Resident Evil, by the way.
Wow, I thought that's where they all graduated before they worked for Umbrella.
So now they're at the townie bar, and so Jill Valentine and Wesker are having some fun, and there's Leon, the rookie, the new cop, and he's sleeping at the bar. So they're stacking shit on him, and they're like, "Hey, I bet you can't shoot the cop off of him." And Jill pulls out a real gun, and they're like, "No, don't shoot him to death in a bar. Like that's it's a bad idea."
So, all right, these are like the town police officers, right?
Yes. Well, they're
So-
they're part of STARS, which is kind of like the SWAT team.
Okay, so this SWAT team just happens to have a fucking toy gun with them.
Yeah, because
Is
they're
this their
messing
drop
around.
gun when they shoot somebody and they kill the guy? And like, hey, let's say he had a weapon, so they drop that on him.
A bright red toy gun.
No, that's the.
It really stood out. It looked like a gun. I could see 100% it was a gun because it was neon yellow.
Tim, that's the gun that they removed from the 12-year-old that they shot and replaced it with a real gun earlier today.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
But they're
deep
part
cut
of
callback.
they're part of STARS Alpha Team, so they're like the SWAT.
I
It
mean,
doesn't really explain it in the movie.
yeah. So then she throws the plastic gun over and hits the guy, and he knocks the cup over, and she's like, "Haha, I won the $20." And she takes
because she says, "I bet I could get it off his head without even shooting the gun." right?
without looking.
She's like this is a real bar trick thing. Remember this trick, fellas. This is how you get free drinks, right?
She got a free
a Jill sandwich in her case.
Jill sandwich.
You were almost a Jill sandwich. I was. I loved it.
All the
fucking loved
callbacks
it.
are great. So, Tim, what did you think of this scene with the cops all palling around in the bar and just fucking off and having a good time?
I still like these cops better than Super
God
Troopers.
damn it, Tim.
Is that what you were going for? You're trying to get a
Yeah, I
reaction.
know that's what he's going for.
Oh, man. So then,
But I have written down is Candice, what's wrong with Leon? Because I know he was a character in these games, right?
Oh, he's a big character. He's my favorite character, Leon
Why
S. Kennedy.
is he a fucking moron in this entire fucking
I
movie?
don't know. It's a weird choice because in the game, he's a rookie in Resident Evil 2, and it's his first night on the job. And that's just it. He's not like a bumbling idiot. He's not a fuck up.
Please tell me he says, "I'm too young for this shit."
No, as far as I know, he does not say that. No. But what's fun is in the Resident Evil 2 games and in Resident Evil 4, he always looks the same with the same haircut and everything. And he was modeled after Leonardo DiCaprio in during the Romeo and Juliet Titanic phase.
Oh, perfect.
That's what he was made to look like. Yeah.
See,
Wait, that other guy who I don't know if he's a real character who has that fucked up stupid side hairdo, who's he fucking supposed to be?
No, he's in the video games. He's one of the people that you find in the mansion who gets eaten by zombies. He doesn't really have much of a speaking part other than the fact that, oh god, I'm dying. In the first one. Because he's part of the STARS Alpha Team.
there you go, Tim. The more you learn. So then Alpha Team shows up and they start talking shit about Leon. I guess he shot his buddy in his asshole in training academy. But because his daddy's got some pull with the Force, that's why he got his gig and he's assigned out here. So they get...
Yeah, that's all part of the movie. That was never part of the games.
just part of the movie. They're like, all right, we're just getting some walking coffee because we got to go up to the old mansion where there's a mutilated... Spencer Mansion. Where there's a mutilated body that we got to go investigate. So they all take off. Everybody leaves. And then you got Leon just hanging behind making time with the waitress. And then the waitress's eye just starts bleeding while they're talking. Because, that just happens.
Yeah, it's been happening for a couple of weeks. I'm like, honey, at least go to fucking City MD, whatever fucking walking clinic you got. You got fucking bleeding eye syndrome.
Yeah, when she said when he was like, oh, you should see a doctor about that. And she's like, yeah, I do. And then she doesn't say anything. I assume they meant she's poor. Because it said in the beginning that the only people left in town are the essential personnel and the poor, the people too poor to leave.
Yeah, all the people that were forced to keep working during COVID. So,
yeah.
The heroes.
Yeah, all those essential workers.
All the heroes.
Which last year they were heroes, now they get the fuck out. Yeah. Hurry up, bitch. Check out my food right now.
You want $15 an hour? Go suck a dick. So Claire gets dropped off, and we're watching the trucker's dog drool for a little while, and then bite him.
Oh yeah, he's looking rough, but he still has his skin on.
He's looking rough, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, no pun intended, right?
Like a dog barks, like rough. You know?
Oh man,
his temperature must be going through the roof.
You see the Raccoon City sign, and you see the truck like hauling ass into there, and I was like,
dude,
"Oh fuck yeah!"
Yep.
Oh, this is so it.
Yeah, as soon as he gets fucking bit, and then you're like, okay, the trucker, he's fucked. You see him just like hauling balls down. Oh my god, whoo! It gets so fun
because you know what's going to happen if you've played the game.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know.
It's the intro. We get the kaboom coming up. But no, before that, Claire walks over to Chris's house, and that's where she's the master of lock picking. But I just have it looks like the family from Gummo is staring at her out of their fucking window.
The master of unlocking. Oh, by the way, I've read all those books. I've read all the Resident Evil books.
Oh, god damn it.
Wow.
Like, when I say I love Resident Evil, that cannot be underestimated. Mm-hmm. And so Jill's father was actually a master thief, and that's why she knows how to lockpick.
Oh my god! I was just gonna say, I wonder how deep these fucking books go with all the fucking back lore and all these.
Oh, they do.
I knew a dude who read the Halo books. And I was...
You've read the Halo
No,
books?
not me. I knew a guy who fucking read the Halo. He was like, yeah.
Yeah, his name was Eddie.
No, it wasn't.
His name was Edward Jefferson.
His name was Jacob. And he's like...
Jefferson.
I fucking... Dude, I barely read any books.
Jeff Edwinson.
No shit. I gave up that Crusader Kings 3 game because I played it for 10 minutes. I'm like, this is just fucking reading. This is stupid.
No, Eddie, I sent you a screenshot of that game. That game is fucking incredible because remember I told you I sent the screenshot where I caught my wife fucking her son. Yeah. And I had a choice between putting her in jail, letting it slide, or using it as blackmail later on against her.
I didn't know that they were related to Chris and Claire, Tim.
And what's even funny is Candice jumped into the Discord. It's like, my husband says if you let them fuck, you get the incest achievement.
Yeah, there's an incest achievement. No, there's a perk. There's an incest perk.
An incest.
How does that perk work? What does that mean?
How do you work that perk? I don't know.
All of a sudden, your relatives get stuck in a lot of things, or all of a sudden, your bloodline will get two.
I don't know, Candice, but I think I'd install a keylogger on the computer because the husband with the incest perks, his Pornhub search results might be a little entertaining. So she gets in after the Gummo family fucking stares at her. Chris doesn't answer the door, so she picks the lock, and then she gets in there. And she's like looking at his photos, and she's like, yeah, picture of Jill. You're never going to fuck her, loser. I'm like, dude, really?
I mean, it's true.
You had a shit on him? Like, so then she puts on a football helmet and looks at some more pictures.
The pictures crack me up.
They're so dumb.
Because it's like Dr. Spencer with Chris Redfield, and it looks straight like it's from the video game because it's clearly two... Like, the textures of the two characters are different than each other. It's clearly, poorly photoshopped together. It looks like it's straight from the video game.
Yeah, thanks. Because, I was thinking the other night, I was a little bit high, and I was wondering, so I was watching some movie, I forget what it was. It was a big-budget movie, but I can't remember the name of it. Where they did a picture where it's like Photoshop. I'm like, why, with all the money they have, can't they do a decent Photoshop?
I don't know.
In a picture.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think in this case it was because it looked like it was from the video game.
Yeah.
All right, let's forget the video game, but just in general, have you ever seen, like I said, even like a big budget movie, have you ever seen a thing where somebody is photoshopped into a picture, like a husband and a wife, or like a mother and a kid, or something like that, where it just doesn't look completely fucking fake? I don't understand why they can't get that shit down.
Because they have to make it look like, if in the storyline of the movie it's photoshopped, is that what you're talking about?
No, if it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be a real picture of, let's say James Brolin and some girl as a kid.
Okay.
And they can't take the pictures together and make them look like she was 3 years old.
Yeah,
so they Photoshop James Brolin's face in with some other kid. And you can see it's 100% him.
Yeah, they should.
Fake.
Yeah, you're right. The art department's really fucking it up on that one, Tim. You got to go hard against them, buddy. Give them some Photoshop tips.
I'm going to get Photoshop 2003.
Tweet at them and tell them they're not doing their jobs well.
Yeah, just start tweeting.
And then explain to them how they can do their jobs better.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Tim's well, actually, in these fuckers. So, yeah, then Chris shows up and they argue for a minute. He's like, what are you doing in town? Do you want money? Why'd you break into my fucking house? And she's like, no.
He's like, why didn't you just use the door?
and she's like, no, I got to tell you, I was just in a hit and run. And I'm here because I was in a chat room with this guy, Ben Bertolucci. And I'm like, this sounds bad. And he sent her a video. And it wasn't his dick.
Yeah, no, at first I thought, who takes a video of a chat room? What the fuck is this?
Well, no, it's the one time that a white... Well, okay, let me correct that. A white dude sent her a video unsolicited on the internet. It's either going to be A, his dick, or B, a conspiracy theory.
No, it can't be unsolicited because at one point she had to at least give her name and address.
Unsolicited,
right?
Yeah, true.
Yes. Yeah, this is 1998.
That's true.
Everything's not quite as easily accessible.
I don't want to say she asked for it, but at least she put her name down on a mailing address at some point.
Fair.
Let it be known that Tim said she was asking for it.
That's how you did it in the old days, Candice. You went to like a restaurant, you put like a petition up, and you had people sign their names and address, and then you sent them just like Polaroids of your dick.
That's a good idea.
You had to wait for the film to develop.
Yeah, I want to save the whales. 6 months later, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh my god!
I was adopting a whale. What's that? Is that a beluga whale?
Hey, well, I just freed Willie, bitch.
Oh man. That reminds me of Ghost Brothers. It's a paranormal hunting show.
Yeah.
And it's unique because it's an all-black cast.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about these, like, people were writing love letters to each other and sending pictures to each other. And they were like, how fucking thirsty would you have to be to wait 6 weeks to get the photo developed to send it in the mail?
Oh, that's when Polaroid was king.
This was like
here's one better for
This
you.
was like 1950s.
One of my favorite shows. One of my favorite shows is 90 Day, not 90 Days, and
Love After Lockup.
Love After Lockup. Yeah. Sorry. And there was this one couple where they were writing back and forth letters, erotic letters to each other.
Ooh, sexy.
And emails.
Go on.
And they had to go through the prison censors. And then the prison, whoever worked at the job of like reading people's emails and looking through their fucking letters would censor certain shit out and then give it to the prisoner. And then that guy would write her back a letter responding to what he saw that was censored back and forth. And it was literally like a 2 or 3 week turnaround on each letter. So that's got to be even worse, right?
Yeah. How thirsty do you have to be to wait that long for a response or a photo?
That's pretty fucking lame.
Your ankle was quite comely.
That's true, man. But I mean, you know,
my loins are stirring looking at your womanly habits.
Jesus. But I mean, like back then, you didn't have shit. Like, what were you gonna do? You know, like, oh, that tree is vaguely curvaceous. I'm gonna fucking beat off looking at it.
Well, maybe I will.
Yeah.
I do like to go out in nature.
Some other episode, whether that's a knot hole or that's an okay hole.
Yeah. Every hole is an okay hole with enough effort, Tim. And consent. And consent. So yeah, the conspiracy theory dude's like, oh, the town's being poisoned. And Chris is like, yeah, I don't know about that, man. I don't believe that.
That's also unique to this movie because in the video games, it's like there's a leak that happens in the lab that's underneath the city, but they never really explain like how it happens.
Right.
It just all of a sudden in the first game, it's just in this mansion. They find out some fucked up shit's going on, and this whole place has been contaminated by the T-virus. And then in the second game, the whole city's been contaminated. Right.
Yeah, and this one he's just like, oh, it's in the water. So Chris, doesn't buy it. Then we cut to some just random kid screaming about a monster. And then her parents come in. And
it's the Burpeners.
Yeah, it's the Burpeners. And her dad, William Burpener, gets a call. And he's all like, all right, we got to go. And the wife's like, yeah, whatever. He's like, no, bitch, now we got to go.
Yeah.
And then the umbrella loudspeakers kick in. And have you ever lived in a town where they have like something loud enough to broadcast over it?
I do. It's called tornado sirens.
We used to have a noon whistle.
We have that too.
You have a noon?
Yeah, I thought that was an air raid siren. See, that's how old I am.
You have
Japanese are coming! Run!
Man, the last tornado siren we had in town, it was the tornado outbreak where that Amazon facility got fucked up and 100 people died.
Oh yeah.
Like those tornadoes. One of those tornadoes was
my package of jelly beans was late that day. That's right.
One of those tornadoes was a mile north of our town, and so the alarm was going off, and so we're hunkered down. Trying to stay safe, and you just hear the alarm going off, and then you hear the voice being like, there is a tornado in the area. Please take shelter immediately. So, yeah, I feel it.
Yep.
When all of a sudden you hear a town siren going off, your balls shrink inside of your stomach.
Yeah, it's never good.
Yeah, that's a bad sign, man, when you hear that shit. So, and like you said, it just says, hey, everybody, the town's on lockdown. Stay in your house. It's all good. Nothing, there's no problems. Just don't leave your house. This is when Chris gives Claire some money. He's like, here's some money. I have to go to the station. And don't forget.
Man, I gotta say,
by the way, don't touch my bike.
His RPD shirt. Man, I want a shirt like that.
Yeah?
I want a Resident Evil shirt like that. It's kind of low key. You have to know what it is.
That'd be pretty tight. You know what? We just my wife's working on designing shirts for our shop.
What shop?
We're gonna open up a thing.
Fix cars?
We're gonna fix it up so that Bloody Bits has a place where you can go buy shirts and stuff again. We've tried it a few times, and the fucking places suck. So we're gonna do, maybe I'll get her to do that. I said I wanted her to make a Manwich shirt. Like the Sloppy Joe company.
Yeah.
I don't think they have merch. And I was just like, why don't we just make
Can you just do that?
Why not?
I mean, I don't know. It just seems like a random thing.
Yeah, it's stupid. If you were walking around outside and you saw somebody wearing a Manwich shirt, what the fuck? You'd be like, what?
I'm wearing Manscaped shirt.
Manwich is an actual brand. Can't you just say Sloppy Joe?
No, it isn't.
That's
Tim,
like a hamburger or a hot
Tim,
dog,
it is an actual brand. That's what makes it funny. Is because they'd never have you ever seen a Manwich advertisement?
No,
yeah,
not that I know of. But
I'm
sure at some point, if she sells enough of them, they'll sue her ass.
I want a Manwich, please. Don't you remember that song?
That's not a.
You don't
remember
that song.
I bought some fucking Manwich mix 3-4 weeks ago, and I fucking made it. Wasn't that
there
good?
was a TV commercials, and they had a little jingle that was like, "I want a Manwich, please."
I don't remember.
I'm not making this up.
Tim, you actually made a Manwich the other day?
Yep. No, not the other day. A couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Just tastes like you took a bunch of fucking hamburger, chopped it up, and poured a bunch of fucking ketchup on it, and then added sugar to it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. But did it? Okay, so now I'm more concerned about Tim eating a Manwich. Did you? Was the meat in the can, or was it just the sauce?
No, just the sauce.
Okay, that's good.
The fuck you talking about?
You make.
You can't buy that shit in a can.
Yeah, you can.
Have you never made a Manwich before?
No, I've made sloppy joes, but I make them from scratch. But I thought the meat came in.
You make the sauce yourself?
Yeah.
Look at you.
Oh my god, so fucking fancy. I make homemade sloppy joes.
Yeah.
I cannot be bothered.
Well, that's why I want a shirt.
If you join a Discord, I would say 90%, but a good 70% of his Eddie just fucking posting pictures of shit that he made that nobody else can eat except for him.
Oh, my wife eats it when I let her.
See, that's how she maintains her weight, because she doesn't eat it.
Well,
she's like, "Oh, it's good, dear," and then she spits it into a napkin.
No, I don't. I don't allow her to eat that often. I have to make sure she's in a good, acceptable weight.
Gotta lose that baby weight here.
That's how you do it. You just taste the food and then you spit it out into a bucket.
That's right. Just like the pickle kid, Tim.
Yep.
So
let me tell you, that little bitch was on to something.
She immediately
look at me now, kid. I'm not fucking pickle boy anymore. Now I'm Tim Yobo.
That's right.
Now I'm
bitch.
pickle man.
I'm a pickle man, goddammit.
That's Mr. Pickle to you, you dumb bitch. Yeah.
And you will address me as such.
I am Sir Pickle of Cornichon. Oh, man. So, I love that. then he tells her, "Oh yeah, don't touch the bike." She goes in the house. She's like, "Huh, he's not sick. That's weird. I'm gonna sniff the water."
Yeah, because she's probably trying to see like if the water that he's drinking is different than the water that's from the tap.
But
I
it's
imagine
not
that's
have a
what she was
different
trying to do.
smell.
I mean, it might be. I've smelled city tap water that had a very distinct chlorine odor.
Really?
Yeah.
Or sometimes it has like a rusty odor to it. Yeah.
Really? Holy shit.
Yes.
See, I was spoiled because I think year after year, I think New York is like either the best or the second best water in the country.
I actually
There's no
listened to a
smell to it.
podcast talking about the water system of New York City and why it's unique and is actually like a model for urban water centers.
You know who'd be really interested in this conversation is Wick. He works at a water treatment plant.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's true.
Holy
So
shit.
here you go, Wick. You could tell us, you know what, Wick? Why don't you send us a message about why New York's water treatment is better than wherever you live?
No, have him record something, cut it
Yeah.
in right now. Hey,
No,
Wick,
he's not
what
going
do
to
you
do
think?
that.
Yes,
I'm going to
he
make a fart sound. All right. So then Baldy from outside starts writing "itchy tasty"
Itchy tasty.
on the window in her blood. And Candice, what does "itchy tasty" mean in the world of
It's
Resident
another
Evil?
Easter egg, because when you play Resident Evil 1, you find a diary for one of the maintenance workers at the Spencer facility. And he's clearly been infected by the T-virus because he got bit by one of the dogs. And you see him like his brain degrading, and in the end of it, he's just talking about how his skin is itchy and it peeled up, and he ate some of his skin and it was tasty, and it just ends with
Wait,
itchy
hold
tasty.
on. As a zombie, you can eat yourself?
Yes.
Yes, apparently you can, yeah.
I mean,
Itchy
That's unique.
tasty.
Okay.
Tim, you could just eat yourself now.
I mean, if I was really hungry,
Like
or if I could bend that
Like,
way, I
like
would,
the guy
but-
that made tacos out of his foot.
Or Joe Rogan.
Did I tell you about the guy that made tacos out of his foot, Tim?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
That
you
guy
did.
rules.
Even if I can't remember, I'm just going to say, yes, you did.
Yeah. So then her kid hides under the table, and Claire's like, "Hey, do you need some help?" And the kid's like, "No, you need help." And then the kids.
Creepy fucking scene. I'll
It's
say
pretty
that
good.
because you don't even see the whole kid's face. You just see like the lower part of her face. Like something's going to happen with that fucking kid.
Yeah.
If that was me, I would just kill that kid right off the bat.
Yep. Kid's under the table in the down dog position. Here's what you do: run up, jump on the table, collapse it down on the kid, crush its windpipe. Then the mother comes running.
Yeah, do a fucking the accused pinball machine on that shit. Fucking spread those legs out.
Yeah, that's right, Tim. Do the old accused pinball machine on this child. That's
On
a
this
good.
minor.
That's a good move, Tim.
Hey, she could be a zombie. Who knows?
That's true. That's true. And the age of
She
consent
is a zombie.
different for zombies.
See?
So then, yeah, mom comes running in, screaming about itchy tasty, and then claws her face off. Claire,
You know, that's a good question. Does age of consent cancel out when they die? Like, would you get in more trouble for molesting
So,
a child's corpse
in-
than an adult's
No,
corpse?
hold on, Candice. Are we going through an interview with the
yeah, I was
vampire
just
20
gonna
years
say,
later?
in the world of vampires,
It's all legal, baby.
in the world of vampires, and most,
She hypnotized me, Judge. I had no choice.
oh, I want to hear some redneck give that excuse. She's a damn vampire. She's been around for thousands.
She's a
of years."
witch.
Which is okay. It's so funny because I just watched a Law and Order SVU episode
Oh, God.
today
With
where
vampires.
they arrested a guy because he supposedly hypnotized a woman into having sex, and they called it rape. And they acted like hypnotism was a real thing throughout the entire fucking episode. Nobody said, "Excuse me, Your Honor, hypnotism is bullshit."
Well, so technically that does work, but it requires drugs.
No drugs, because she refused it. Because the whole thing is this guy was giving out what's that fucking Eyes Awake drug?
Eyes awake drug? Visine?
Eyes Awake, not Eyes Awake. Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca.
And she didn't want to take it, but then that's how he got to rape her, because usually he uses that drug to rape the women. But she didn't want to do it, so he hypnotized her with his magical words.
Ayahuasca's a lot different from what I've heard. You pretty much get horrible diarrhea and then you hallucinate.
Just like any sort of a fucking hallucinogen, right?
Isn't that the one that's supposed to like cure you, like being like an alcoholic or a drug addict? Or which one is that?
You do not want to take ayahuasca because it is hardcore.
It's basically like peyote, Tim. It's like magic mushrooms. It makes you.
I've had peyote.
It's a mild poisoning agent that you're doing, right? And I mean, there is something to be said. They have done some clinical trials on microdosing with hallucinogens that help with depression, and that is true. I don't know about some weird dude that's wearing fucking
ecstasy
linen.
Was initially an antidepressant.
That's true.
And then people started using it recreationally, and then it got outlawed.
Well, yeah. Candice, if I could go out and dance for 7 hours, and whenever I touch somebody, I felt like it was the best orgasm I ever had without actually having fucking sex, I wouldn't be depressed anymore.
Anything that makes you enjoy that music has to be an antidepressant.
I've never done ecstasy. I've always wanted to.
No, Candice, that'd be a good turn for you. Like when you get to your 40s, just start doing fucking E. Like that, dude. There was a doc.
When I don't have kids in the house anymore.
Oh no, Candice! When your kids become teenagers, just become that mom.
No, dude. There was a.
I'm a fun mom.
There was a documentary about this, Tim, where this middle-aged dude gets divorced and he's got his kids half the time, and he starts going to raves with his kids and rolling fucking ecstasy and shit, and then he starts throwing parties at his house, and clearly, like he's buying alcohol and ecstasy for all of these kids at these raves he's throwing at his house.
There's always that one old
and he's
dude,
just
right?
clearly trying to fuck these kids. Like that's all that's going.
Yeah, that was Dr. Cirillo.
Fuck, I gotta find you.
No,
a
in our
link
town.
To this shit. Oh,
in
yeah.
The town I grew up in, his name. He was the proctologist. He was the premier proctologist in the town.
Premier.
Yeah. And his name was Dr.
When you think
Cirillo.
of proctologist, think about the one in front, not the one.
And
behind.
guess what? He was from New York City.
He's the only proctologist in town that got two.
No, hold on, Candice. See, here's the thing. That's called the let me see. How can I turn this phrase? You're the big finger in a small asshole.
Yeah, I'm sure he came to Wilkesboro, North Carolina, because he burned all of his bridges in New York.
Right.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Yeah, in New York, he couldn't do anybody's asshole right.
But
down
I
there,
couldn't.
And down in Wilkesboro, he got two thumbs up.
I worked at the restaurant that was his favorite one, and so he would come in and he'd be like, "These fucking assholes." He's like, "These fucking people think they're trying to pull a fucking prank on us." He's like, talking like you, Tim. And like,
so wait,
and then
a proctologist is calling people assholes.
Yeah. And then and he was so funny. Know. We always loved Dr. Cirillo. But then come to find out, he got busted because he was hosting parties with cocaine with his teenage kids.
That guy rules.
And all of their friends from school. But then he died of an overdose. Like a few months later.
You know what? I'm going to say this. I'm going to give the guy the benefit of that. I'm going to say he did it for his son.
He's probably from Long Island.
No, he did all that shit for his son because his poor son had to grow up with having a dad who's a proctologist, right? So all the jokes that guy must have had to go through, the kid.
Yeah.
How can I flip this shit? Let me be the cool proctologist. I'm going to give these kids all the fucking coke and all the fucking anal nitrate they could ever want.
The cool proctologist. That's a bit, man.
I just assumed that, because he was from New York, he was morally bankrupt.
That makes sense.
So,
I'll let whatever happen.
And see, I'm just figuring that he moved to North Carolina because it was just full of assholes.
Good business,
man. There's a lot of people in North Carolina that are from New York because they figured out that Florida sucks.
That is true. Florida is terrible. So we go back to the frat police department. No idea what the fuck is going on, right? 2 cops, the Alpha team, went to the Spencer mansion to investigate the dead body, and now they're radio silent. And I just have the chief comes down and he rules because he just screams at everybody.
Oh yeah, this guy's been in a million.
Yeah,
he's been in what the fuck? He's been in Law and Order SVU.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's Donald Logue.
Yep,
or how you pronounce his name?
Sons of Anarchy, and in a billion other fucking things he's been in. Yeah.
Yeah, he's also most recently been in Gotham. He's Harvey Bullock. Look, I watch a lot of
because he always plays a different character. He's not one of these guys like I've been around for 20 years, so I just have to do me and just show up and do this character as me. Mm-hmm. He's always somebody different.
And he's good. He's fucking great in this, man. He steals most of the
video
scenes.
Games do not have this much Chief Irons, because that's his name.
Yeah.
Like, the video games do not have him in here this much. He's just kind of like an ancillary thing that you hear about, but you never actually see him.
He's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, he's great in this movie.
I just love him dealing on everybody because, like, Wesker gets a page, and Irons is like, "Oh, what are you doing? You talking about your date plans? You gonna go pick her up?"
Yeah, no, motherfucker. There's a fucking emergency. Why are you spending 10 minutes mocking all your fucking people before you say, "All right, get the fuck out of here"? It's an emergency.
Yeah, Leon's in there, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing in here, Leon?" He's like, "You said everybody come in here." He's like, "I didn't mean you, Leon."
Yeah, somebody's got to be at the front door in case somebody's cat needs rescuing.
See, it's all just an illusion, right? All this power and control, it's just an illusion, people.
He's going off on Wesker, being like, "Oh, you got a beeper? You got a hot date? You gonna rent a movie from Blockbuster and bring it home and cozy up on the couch, play some Journey?" He's like, you know what Steve Perry does to a woman's heart?
This movie hits all those fucking things with the fucking beeper, the fucking disc players,
the Palm Pilot.
It really hits it perfectly without like hitting you over the head with, "Hey, we're doing 80s shit. We're doing 90s shit. Remember this? Remember when everybody had this?"
Hey, the 90s are coming back into style, and I am ready for it.
No.
Yeah, well, it's been 30
90s
years.
fucking suck,
exactly.
Dude.
This is my time.
One day you're going to grow up and your kids are going to be like, "Yo, I wish it was 2020. Oh, shit. Everything was going on then."
Yeah. Oh, I wish it was
my kid referenced a meme.
It was White Boy Summer in 2020.
I cannot remember the meme. My kid referenced like Charlie bit my finger or something.
Charlie bit my finger, yeah.
I was like, "Charlie bit my finger is older than you are." He's like, "What?" Yeah, like that is a fucking old meme.
Remind him of his
like,
fucking mortality. That's great.
Well, he's getting ready to turn 11. He's turning to a little
20
asshole.
years from now, that's what's going to be the thing where the kid's going to like, who's a kid now is going to like, "Holy shit, I'm old." They're going to see some fucking meme. That's what it's going to do? Not hearing a song or watching a movie? You
didn't talk about the part where Jill's talking about, would you rather be swallowed whole by a snake or eaten by a great white shark? Because those are both ways you can die in Resident Evil 1.
What?
Another Easter egg.
Wait, hold on. I played that game. There's a shark in that game?
Yeah, there's a part where you're in the laboratory underground and there's like zombie sharks. And the glass gets broken, and then you have to, like,
did I get to a fucking music puzzle where I was like, "Fuck this shit, I can't play Beethoven"?
Yes, because you have to play Moonlight Sonata.
Which
I have written down. I was like, is this one of the fucking first games that made me fucking play a musical instrument to fucking win the game?
It's one of the puzzles, yep.
I guess if you never had Mario Paint, then... Oh, no, I mean, you just made beats in that. You didn't really have to. Yeah. So.
And then it also introduces Brad Chicken Heart Vickers. That's his nickname. Brad Chicken Heart
Vickers. Yeah,
because he's a coward.
The guy who's a sellout, his name is Chicken Heart?
Yep.
No, Wesker's the chicken
he's a coward.
The sellout, Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make Wesker to be not as bad of a guy as he is in the video games.
Yeah, he's terrible in the video games. They do a better job with the other Resident Evil with Wesker.
No, wait, hold on. Wesker's the guy who does all the fucking bad shit, leaves the team, and then at the last second, he gets a fucking hero turn?
No, that's Leon.
Well,
Leon sucks, and at the last second, he's the hero.
No, Leon's the fucking moron.
No, Wesker, in the end, he he seems reluctant to like, kill people.
Yeah, because at the end, Jill is like, "Oh, don't die. Like, yo, bitch, he was gonna fucking kill you all."
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, no, he's the turncoat, Wesker.
Yeah, I think we're kind of jumping around.
We're jumping around a lot, but that's fine because they jump around a lot. Anyhow, so, trucker drives up in his stupid big truck, right? And William, first of all, here we go. William and his family are fleeing. They almost run over Claire. And then that's when she has the flashback about her midnight adoption. Then the trucker and the zombie dog.
There's a wonderful family waiting for you. Mm-hmm. Spoiler alert, there's no family.
No family.
And a million Catholic kids across the world went, "Ooh, I just had a chill go through."
Yeah, here's the deal. If you're an orphan and you get woken up with a promise about something, it's not happening.
That's right. Yeah.
Just to temper your expectations. especially in Raccoon City. So, then the old truck driver and the dog come blowing by, and man, this dog is like leaking out of its every orifice.
He needs to see a vet.
Yeah,
he's goopy.
It looks like what was it, Hooch from Turner and Hooch? Remember that one?
Oh yeah.
It's pretty gross. So the trucker's hauling a bunch of gas on the back of his truck, and he's going straight toward the police department.
The RCPD.
Yeah.
The Raccoon City Police Department.
And then he wrecks right in front of Raccoon City Police Department.
Oh, man. When it shows the police department, and it's clearly just a screenshot from the video game.
Yeah, exactly.
Slick in the shorts, I'm telling you.
So they
nailed it.
Tips it over.
They nailed Raccoon City.
Big fucking explosion. And hey, Candice, they don't explain why the RCPD building in here is so ornate and cool looking in the movie. Do they explain that in the game?
They sure do.
Because
Let
it
me
used
go into
to be something else,
fun
right?
facts with Candice. Well,
what did it used to
now
be?
You got me questioning myself.
It used to be.
Was it an art museum?
An art museum, yes.
Castle, right?
Yep.
It was an art museum, and Chief Irons is in Umbrella's pocket.
Mm-hmm.
He's he's corrupt and dirty as hell, and they've been paying him off to look the other way. And so that's why the RCPD is so like ornate looking, is because it's got like the Umbrella Corporation money being siphoned into it.
Hold on. So this guy fucking sells out fucking the Umbrella, and then he takes all that money he uses to build up the fucking police station?
Yeah.
Well, not all of the money. I'm sure he kept some.
Well, yeah, because in this show, right? You don't
take that fucking money, put it in a fucking Cayman bank account.
In like the movie, you don't really see it, but in the games, like his office is like like mahogany wood, and it's like gold and brass plated. Everything.
You're a fucking police captain in Raccoon City. Where are you getting this fucking money from? That's just like causing more problems.
Yeah.
Like that's like one of those things. Like don't buy a fucking mink coat right after you rob a bank.
Yeah. Nobody questions it because pretty much everyone works for Umbrella Corporation.
Yeah, that's the other problem. Who are they going to report it to, Tim? The police? Oh, we did an internal investigation, and it turns out everything was okay.
Yeah, we investigated ourselves and come to find out we did nothing wrong. That whole chestnut.
Yeah, Tim. This is when
got me there.
Wesker finds out that Raccoon City is going to be destroyed at 6 a.m. So now we've got a timer, right? Everything's important. We have to worry about what time it is. And boy, howdy, they just keep flashing up what fucking time it is.
Yeah, they do.
But I do love when the trucker wrecks and fucking blows the shit up, and then you just see his flaming body walk into the fucking cop shop.
And the song that's playing during that time is It's Just a Little Crush.
So good.
Can I say this? I think that is maybe the best CGI fire I've ever seen anybody put on.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Oh, man. The music, god damn.
It hits, yeah. This scene
is what
hits
I was
hard.
listening to on the radio while I was playing this video game.
I mean, even without that context, right? The scene still hits hard because of the disconnect between the music and what's fucking happening. So, then he just, flaming bodies walking up toward Leon. Then fucking Irons busts a cap in him. And he's like, dude, go get a fire extinguisher and put that guy out. Because there's probably going to be some more coming, too. You might want to lock up. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Shit.
Yeah, there's so many times where somebody else off camera shoots and kills a fucking zombie right at the last second, right?
You know what? That adds up to the gameplay. Because so often you're shooting at shit that's off camera.
And you can't see what's going on. Oh, shit, they flipped the switch.
Tim. So I love that then the next scene that we see is that the chief's down loading his car up full of shit.
Yeah, he's like, you need to get the fuck out of here. He's like, who's in charge now? He's like, I guess you are.
Yeah. Do you take the box with you at this point, Eddie?
No, I'm out.
If when you were working for the government, Eddie, and you're in your underground bunker and you heard all the fucking alarms going off, do you take a fucking box and start filling up all the shit that was on your desk, or you just get the fuck out of there?
No, I'm out of there. You kidding me?
Yeah.
Fucking out of there. Because the minute, Tim, where I work, the minute an alarm goes off, the very first thing I'm afraid of is that there's a fire. Because if there's a fire, they have this stuff called halon that they use.
Oh, it'll suck all the oxygen out of there to suppress the fire, but it'll also kill you.
Shit. Okay,
yes.
Yeah.
So, Tim, I'm in a room with a lot of computers, let's say, right? Those are worth a lot of money. Water would damage them.
More than you. Go ahead.
Yeah, water would damage them. You know what wouldn't damage them? Removing all of the oxygen immediately and killing the fire.
Yeah, if there's no oxygen, there's no fire, right? That makes perfect sense.
Problem is, I'm in there.
What about the people?
Well, good luck.
So hold on. So somebody in the government went, you know what? It's going to cost less to pay Eddie's widow to fucking settle versus replacing all these computers.
Yep, exactly. So
that reminds me of a...
So do you want the car or do you want the cruise? What do you want? Go ahead.
It reminds me of when I worked in a DNA lab and they kept some of the samples in, like, not just dry ice freeze, but like nitrous freeze, nitrogen, liquid nitrogen. And like if there was a leak in the liquid nitrogen, you would never know because you would die before you realized it. Because what it does is it replaces all the oxygen in the air with nitrogen. So you would just fall asleep out of nowhere. You would have no idea that you had died. and like rules. This is where I was working. I was working right next to these things. And they're like, yeah, we don't have any sensors or anything in case that happens, so have fun.
Good luck.
I was like, what?
I think I told this story on Grind Bin, but it was like when I was working at NASA, and the first day they're like,
oh, yes.
They're talking about, here's this chemical that's used to refine jet fuel. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, it looks like water, and it kind of smells like ammonia. And I'm like, all right.
But if you can smell it,
but if you can smell it, you're going to die. I'm like, well, fuck. Cool.
So thanks. Why don't you tell me it smells like fucking roses? So like, because at that point you're already fucking dead. Don't fucking give me the fucking tip off there. As soon as I smell ammonia, I know.
And make it smell nice, at least. If I'm going to die, make it smell. And you know, if it smelled like roses, that would probably disturb me more than ammonia because I'm in the middle of the fucking desert. There's no plant life.
Oh shit! Why do I smell roses?
Yeah, no shit, right?
Yeah, what if you have a cat?
Well, it's not like people clean shit up with ammonia, you know? God damn. Anyhow. So, then Leon's in charge now. So great. Yeah, I guess you're in charge. See ya. Fucking barks it out. So the rest of the force, they decide they're going to take a chopper to the mansion so they can go find Alpha Team. They get there and they find Alpha Team. No,
they're going to go find Bravo Team.
Or Bravo Team.
They're the Alpha Team.
So they go find Bravo Team. Well, they find their car upside down. And they're like, oh, that's probably not good. Well, we'll go ahead and just head into the craziest mansion you've ever fucking seen in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, man, this got me so excited because I thought they were going to recreate the live-action cutscene of Resident Evil 1.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
I thought they were going to recreate it. I was so excited.
So they do recreate some very iconic scenes coming
some
up very
parts
soon.
Of it, yeah.
And I did see there was some trivia fact that like they got from Capcom blueprints for the police department and for the mansion.
So you can tell.
That fucking staircase, it brought me back.
Yep.
Yeah, as soon as they walk in, I was like, okay, so Chris is going to go on the left-hand side. Yeah, Jill's going to go on the right-hand side.
Jill's got to go play chess real quick to figure out the puzzle so she can double back and unlock the door.
So she can find the crest to put into the fireplace, which will then turn around to find the key.
God. Oh, shit, Candice.
Remember how bad these games were?
Fucking memories, yeah. I'm high. I just want to play a fucking game. What the fuck?
Yeah, they were fun. They did what they could to stretch out the content. I'll put it that way.
They were revolutionary for the time because of their pre-rendered backgrounds.
Yep, looked phenomenal. And
and
they get it in this movie, man, with all the set pieces. So then, I just have the Chief Iron, he tries to dip out, and he's listening to Journey, which is great.
He is.
He's ready to go get his
Oh,
fuck
shit.
on.
Which song
you know
is
what
it?
Journey did?
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what Steve Perry does to a woman's heart, right?
Any way you want it, that's the way you need it.
It's one of my favorite gags in that bad.
My wife loves Journey, by the way.
Oh,
so,
boy.
yes,
I love
that's always
Journey.
a go-to song. Yes.
I fucking love Journey.
It's one of my favorite gags in that basketball movie. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but the whole thing is they're trying to play.
A long time ago.
Yeah, it's Matt Stone and Trey Parker. They come up with a sport
Fuck
where
them. Fuck them. They're not fun.
where you play horse and try to psych the other person out by saying fucked up shit, and they just keep referencing Journey and Steve Perry. And they're like, dude, that's cheating. Quit doing it. It's too easy. So yeah, he's listening to Journey. He tries to get the fuck out of there. He runs underneath this like bridge area or some alley with his car.
I think it's a good sequence because
It
it's all
is.
one shot.
Yeah,
Where he's like he's trying to get out of town, and then there's like a blockade caused by Umbrella.
Yep.
Fuck
and
you,
then-
Austin Wells, with your one take.
And and he's like and all of a sudden shots start going off, and he's trying to reverse in the car while shots are going through the windows and stuff, and
Yeah.
you only see it like from his point of view. I loved it. I really
It
think
looks
it's a
really good.
sequence.
Yeah. It's very well done, man. So yeah, and he backs the fuck out. He has to like get, and meanwhile Journey's playing the whole time.
No, he can't back out because somebody, as soon as he pulls up, somebody pulls
Yeah,
up
yeah.
behind
No, I'm
him.
saying after.
Yeah, he's blocked
this,
in.
That's a great thing because that's how traffic jams and all these things are like Walking Dead, Stephen King's The Stand, all these zombie movies. When you see all these fucking traffic jams, that's exactly what happens, right? Everybody's trying to get out on the fucking main road.
Yep.
Somebody fucking gets stalled or stopped and shot by the cops. And that's it. You're already backed in. You can't get out of your car. Your car's worthless.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
So then the Umbrella Corporation thugs start just mowing everybody down, and he does end up getting away though in his car. He fucking gets out of there.
He does.
Yep. So
Goes
then
back to the police station.
back to the police station. He's underneath in their little parking facility, and we see that while he's there out front, there's a bunch of the people like, and I kind of dig how they did this with the people first being very sentient, and they're like, "Help, let me in, help, let me," and kind of slowly changing into zombies out front. That was a cool touch. And then Irons gets attacked by a zombie dog.
But here's what's crazy. Here's what I love. Here's what I like about this movie. Okay, I won't say I love it, but maybe I do love it because of this one scene. He is bent over, ass up in the fucking shot, right?
Yeah.
And you see the dog,
Yep.
and I'm like, "Don't tell
The
me this
dog's
dog is
gonna
going to
fuck
bite
him.
this fucking guy in the ass,
Oh.
and that's how he's going to fucking turn into a fucking
So I
zombie."
thought the
right?
dog was going to fuck him.
Ooh, shit! Holy shit! Can you imagine that? A fucking Doberman pincher in heat turned into a zombie?
And
Wow, that's some crazy shit. Yeah.
you get that nod in you.
But really, for real, I thought they were going to bite this guy in the fucking ass. But no, he gets up, and that's when the fucking thing goes to attack him. But again, we get an off-screen shot, and somebody saves him.
Yeah. Yeah, he ends up getting rescued by Claire.
Which really, is that an intentional thing where they're doing all these fucking things? Because like you said, there's so many times when you play that, or especially the original game, there's so many things that are off fucking screen because of the camera. You don't fucking see it. And all of a sudden, there's at least 3 or 4 times where somebody shoots somebody else off camera and you don't see it.
I mean, I was being funny with that, but like, I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. Like, I hadn't thought of that, but they know what they're doing on everything else with the video game. You might be onto something there.
Yeah, cause I'm not just drunk because I am. Because I'm drinking Johnny Walker every time Candice says actually correct somebody on this fucking movie.
Tim Yobo,
I'm actually following through on my own game. But yeah, it's how many times somebody shoots somebody else and saves them at the last second, and that person who is shooting the gun is off camera. You don't see it.
Yeah.
A lot. It happens a lot in this movie.
Tim Yobo, I'm not just drunk, but I am.
I mean, I'm a little drunk too, more than a little drunk, because I've been drinking
I'm going to take another
wine.
shot.
That's good. I've had
I've been drinking
sick tomorrow.
I've been drinking some cheap barefoot Moscato wine.
There you go.
I got new wine glasses.
I don't want any wine make barefoot.
Just like $4 a bottle.
Like a cheapo. I was thinking about this earlier, Eddie. I was thinking about your like 1 to 30 scale. for people's attractiveness,
yeah.
and I was applying it to wine.
Okay.
And I was like, barefoot is like a 10.
It's like the
because
best cheap one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a low shelf wine,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the best of the cheap wines. It's no $3 chuck, because I've had that before, and it fucking sucks.
Yeah, that shit's terrible. It's okay to cook with, but it's fucking trash. That's no, exactly. So that's like I get Evan Williams bourbon, right? It's not expensive bourbon, but if you're gonna mix a bourbon kind of drink, then it's great because it's fucking good enough for that. You can drink it straight, but it's
Ooh, it's supposed to be the 90s next week. Mojito weather.
Well, if you're mixing it, that's because you don't want to taste it, right?
Yeah.
That's like if you make a good enough steak, you don't need A1 sauce.
That's true.
Ketchup.
That's
Exactly.
very true. I'm with you, Tim. If I want to taste my whiskey, I go Johnny Walker Black.
That's what I got right now.
It's a solid fucking whiskey. So back to the game movie. So then the Chief's like, all right, we got to go in here. He gets rescued, by Claire, who beats the zombie dog with the fucking fire extinguisher.
The zombie dog that has finally lost its skin.
And the CGI on the zombie dog, let me tell you, terrible.
Yeah,
Yep.
This I think this is the worst CGI in the entire movie.
No, I think the birds might be the worst CGI in the entire movie.
Yeah, that's true.
They're
There's some
pretty
bad
bad.
CGI in this movie. And I'm wondering if that's on purpose or it's because they're trying to make it like the 90s, and the 90s had bad CGI.
Maybe. Or it's just they
Let's
didn't...
say I'm gonna give Candice the benefit of the doubt. Let's say that's what.
Yeah, let's say exactly. It was intentional. They had a huge budget, Tim. They could have had fucking Star Wars level CGI here. But they
I forgot to point out another Easter egg.
Okay.
The Raccoon City people that are roughing up the townspeople, one of them is Hunk.
Oh, really?
Do you know who Hunk is?
Yeah,
Yep.
I know who he is. I didn't notice it was one of them was Hunk though.
Yeah, because as soon as he turns around, he's wearing the mask and he's wearing the umbrella uniform.
Oh, okay, fun.
Like he is.
Oh,
Hunk.
the guy who shot everybody.
Yeah, that's Hunk.
Okay.
Okay, well, fun. We didn't get the big chunk of tofu in here, though, did we?
No, we did not get that.
That would have been fun. That would have been a fun.
Oh, tofu coming next week. Okay.
He's in the sequel, which they do tease at the end.
Oh, yeah. I also made a note that Chief Irons there is not conserving his bullets.
No. Even
No, he's like shooting off at nothing.
with his revolver.
Yeah. Stupid. You got a fucking revolver. You got 6 shots, you dick.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep. Well, depending, you might have 5. Then he's like, all right, well, we're going to go. The town's locked up, clearly. So what we got to do is radio in Alpha Team, tell them, look, bring the chopper back. We're going to get the fuck out of here. So back at the mansion, Wesker's PDA or Palm has a map on it. And they're like, why do you have a map? He's like, don't worry, I'll tell you later. So like, okay, cool. That's all I need to know. So they walk up on a zombie doctor who's eating a cop. And then
straight from the first game.
Literally.
This is what I have written down. This is the fucking zombie turn from the fucking first game where you see the first zombie, right?
Yep. This is him. And oh man.
They pull it off
when you see that for the first time. When you're little tiny Candice and you're seeing this for the first time, you're like, this is awesome.
Even when you're teenage Tim Yobo, however fucking old I was when this game came out, it freaked me out. Yeah.
That was a good shot.
You were a teenager in the 80s, so Tim, you were probably in your, 50s when this came out?
Hey, Candice.
Yeah, that's right. Right now I'm 110 years old, Candice. That's right.
Hey, Candice, did you ever play the game that Resident Evil was based on?
What game is that?
Sweet Home?
No.
You should take a look at it. It does a lot of the transitions of the opening the doors and shit, the way that the Resident Evil game did it to hide loading screens.
Well, that's because they were hiding load screens, yeah.
But this is on the NES or Famicom, actually.
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That's ambitious.
Very. It's cool shit.
The fuck was it called?
Sweet Home, kind of like that. What is it? Is it Korean or Japanese horror movie?
Sweet Home
About the apartment
Alabama.
complex where all of the mutant things were coming in there. I forget which one it was. Anyhow.
Oh, God, it's Korean. I fucking hate that
Yeah,
show.
it's a bad movie. But no, the
Oh, Oh, I know. Yeah, Netflix. Okay,
Yep,
gotcha.
yep.
Okay,
No,
gotcha.
no.
That's what I was like. I know that fucking name from somewhere.
Yeah, the game, the NES or Famicom game is awesome. You should check it out. Get an emulator or something. So yeah, back at
Wait, that's what the show is based on?
no, the Resident Evil 1, the game was based on the Famicom game Sweet Home.
Okay.
Took a lot of
I didn't know
inspiration
that.
from it, let's say.
Actually, I think I knew that and I forgot.
That's good. And then I reminded you and our listeners. So there you go. So he shoots the fucking zombie doctor dude to shit. And just as he's doing that, we get a bunch of other fucking zombies that just start ambushing the team. And if that wasn't bad enough, then we find out one of the zombies found the helicopter.
That's pretty good.
I have such a problem with this part. This for me, this is the stupidest part of the movie.
Yeah, is it because the guy sucks at playing Snake?
Yeah, he's playing Snake, and then he's listening to, I think it's Come to My Window.
Yep.
No, this was listening to Four Non-Blondes, right? I said, hey, what's going on, right?
She was making a joke about the zombie coming to the window of the helicopter, Tim.
Oh, okay.
And it was actually...
Oh, that's right. Melissa Etheridge wasn't on the soundtrack.
Right.
I'm sorry.
And it was era appropriate. So, Candice, go ahead and sing.
I'll be home soon.
That song's about Dave Coulier, by the way. So
Gross.
How ironic.
don't you think? So Wesker takes Jill to the piano room and plays a little Piano Man.
Oh, he plays Moonlight Sonata.
Yeah.
And in the video game, it's Jill that has to play Moonlight Sonata.
Yes. Plays a sweet little jam. The bookshelves.
Let me just say this, for real. Fuck this part in all video games. For real.
Poor Tim.
Don't make me fucking play music. I don't know anything about fucking music in a fucking video game. Fuck you, this game, and fuck you, Myst, right?
Well, fuck you, Myst,
I mean,
because
I
it's
played
terrible.
And I was a child.
Oh, shots fired.
I figured
Tim.
it out.
Fucking Mensa. Yeah, that's right.
Mensa. Man. So yeah, he plays it, and then some bookshelf opens up, revealing a little hidden passage. And you're like...
I think this is the part where they find the shotgun or the automatic shotgun in the video game.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they didn't have automatic shotguns
Well, they
in this
did.
game. It was a regular shotgun.
No, they had automatic shotguns.
There was an automatic
in it.
shotgun,
They had
Tim.
the... Yeah.
In one?
Yeah,
think so.
yeah. You probably didn't get that far, Tim, because you were stuck on Moonlight Sonata.
I can guarantee you. The two parts I remember about this game, I remember that zombie turn. I remember the fucking dogs jumping through the window
Yeah.
and scaring the fucking shit out of me because I was playing it high late at night with the fucking lights off.
Oh God, that's the best
And
way.
I think I was out after the piano. Yeah, might be.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah,
You never got the auto
automatic
shotgun
Yep.
because you didn't learn Beethoven.
Which are great against the lickers and the hunters.
Yeah, those fucking
The liquors.
Tim, you never experienced the liquors. You were too.
You missed out
You were
on a lot of this game.
Shit.
That's too.
If you would told me later on I was going to meet a group of people called the liquors,
So-
I could have played a little bit longer.
So my wife never got through the mansion in Tomb Raider.
Really?
Yeah. If you've ever played it, that's just the tutorial.
Yes.
By the way, that
I
game
mean, those
sucks.
controls suck.
Yeah, that game's
Yeah, it
terrible.
does.
But that game was more of like a fucking puzzle game than an action game.
No, that was a game for just watching fucking tits jiggling.
They didn't jiggle, Tim. They were pyramids.
Yeah, they were the most polygonal tits you could ever hope to see in your life. And that whole lie about the fact that, hey, if you do this, then Laura Croft will be naked.
Trust
Like,
me.
how-
Listen to this.
Yeah.
I'm older than you. You had to be there, okay?
I'm older and more desperate, damn it.
Yep. I was more desperate then.
There you
Yes,
go.
That's right.
Then, yeah.
All you fucking kids with your VR tits right now and your VR porn, you just didn't get Tomb Raider.
That's right. With your fighting vipers. So we go... While the bookshelves are opening, you're like, oh, that's cool. There's something good happening for him. And the helicopter just fucking crashes into the room. And you're like, oh, okay, well, we're fucked now. Like, everything's fucked. Perfect.
Because
So who's flying the helicopter?
The zombie pilot.
It was Brad Chickenheart Vickers.
But he got bit.
Yeah. And then he turns
Yeah, that's
zombie.
why he crashed, because he's freaking out.
And Tim, much like, remember the zombie trucker that crashed into the police station? The zombie...
Yeah, but this guy actually has to take off from fucking landing position, fly up in the air, and then fucking nosedive into the fucking police station, right?
Well, into the mansion. But, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
mansion.
he does.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's
like
right. Yeah, it's a mansion, yes.
That's like a big plot point in the game. Because, like, the
I didn't
wreckage
get
happens.
past the music part, Candice, okay? I'm sorry.
So all of this...
But,
everything...
I mean, that doesn't happen in this part. It happens later on, earlier on in the game, actually. Because you already got the automatic
issues
shotgun.
of fucking Game Pro and Electronics Gaming Monthly I had to go through to wait for the fucking pro tip on how to beat this fucking level.
Oh,
music
my
part.
God. I had a Game Shark.
Oh, you cheater.
Oh, you fucking cheating bitch.
Yes,
Okay, I had a Game Shark for Code Veronica. And it fucking glitched out on me because it knew I was using a Game Shark, so I
Nice.
never beat it.
So, Tim, if you...
Yo, fuck you, you cheater.
Tim, if you use the
You
Game
fucking
Shark
cheating whore.
on Resident Evil 1, instead of Moonlight Sonata, you just have to play Chopsticks. Makes it a lot easier. You would have enjoyed it. So
I think I already have a problem with chopsticks.
maybe, yeah.
Dun 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 dun. Yeah.
You just sound racist when you...
Yeah, just sound
when you
racist.
say that.
Well, I mean, it is called Chopsticks. It's not like, you know. So back at the old station, Claire and Leon hit up the armory to gear up. And when they go down there, we find Claire's chat room friend. He got busted by To Catch a Predator.
He looks like dime store Guy Pearce, doesn't he?
Yeah,
No,
I could see that.
This guy, he's been in other things, right? He's got a fucked up face to begin with, right?
Do you want me to agree with he has a fucked up face, or he's been in other things first, Tim? Because
50-50, either one. He's been in other things, and this guy's got a fucked up face to begin with.
I believe he probably has been in other things before this. Yeah. Let's see. I'll look it up for you real quick. Hold on.
But no, hold on. The thing is, he knows what's going on, right? He's the fucking conspiracy.
Well, he thinks he knows what's going on. He's a conspiracy guy, so maybe he accidentally bumped into some truth.
Okay, so at one point he gets this fucking guy's gun away from him. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
he's in the same cell with a guy who has, according to him, already died. Correct?
Well, yeah, technically already died.
Okay. He sees this guy getting up, correct?
Yes.
He doesn't do anything with the gun except tell this fucking moron, Leon.
Fair.
Hurry up with the key.
He should have shot the guy. Yeah. So to answer your question, Tim, number one, the actor's name is Josh Crudass. And he's...
with a name like that, you know he's got a fucked up face.
Yeah, he does have a fucked up face. And he was in...
He looks like a real life Rocky. And I'm not talking about Balboa.
Yeah. Poor guy. And I just have... He's in the upcoming movie Moonfall, and he plays Scrawny. So that's...
Oh, shit, I saw that fucking movie. He's in that shit, too. Oh,
Wait. Eddie, didn't you say upcoming movie?
Well, I haven't seen it yet, so it's upcoming for me.
That shit is out on fucking bootleg, at least, right?
Well, I haven't seen it, so it's upcoming for me. We go to the armory, they gear up. Claire's conspiracy friend's there in the basement. He steals Leon's gun, and he's like...
He also has that thing where his mouth doesn't close all the way, like Kristen Stewart and Allie Larder.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's weird. Why do people do that?
He's a rough looking
I do
dude.
that right now. Whenever I'm doing a podcast, I'm doing that right now. My mouth's half agape.
It's never completely closed.
Yeah, if you look at any photo of the guy, it's like... I mean, maybe he's got like some nose problem. I don't know.
He's got some adenoid problems.
Yeah.
Does Kristen Stewart and Allie Larder have the same nose problem?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be too mad to Mr. Crudass here, but it seems like... Oh, he's from Canada. Never mind. Fuck him.
So, that's the problem. He probably says, "Oh, your mouth doesn't close all the way," and he says, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, Candice. God damn it.
Hey, if you're listening, crud ass, we're sorry. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
All I know is, according to Chartable, we're not even charting in Canada.
That shit fluctuates.
Because
Tim, you screamed until you we can't
blew
even
out your
hear you
mic.
anymore.
I'm wondering if that was just me.
Come on, cat, get off the fucking computer.
Tim screamed and his cat went crazy.
He's muting my fucking microphone. God damn it.
Oh my God, your
He
cat's
says, you're done. You're
tell-
done. He's cutting you off.
Tim, tell the cat he's hired. He's the editor of the podcast. So, Tim, currently we are in Canada. Holy shit. I didn't look at this. We are 235 in Canada right now. Tim, we are in the top 50 in Australia right now.
What?
Yeah, see, Australia.
Yep.
Fuck you, motherfuckers.
We're number 50.
Everybody, you know what? Australians, everybody calls you criminals and fucking like ne'er-do-wells,
right.
whatever the fuck the
They're
English,
right.
Yeah.
whatever it is, the
They
equivalent.
say you're terrible.
Hats off to you. I fucking love Australia.
Yep, same.
I fucking love Logan. Logan on Baywatch is one of the greatest fucking characters ever to be portrayed on TV.
Logan on Baywatch. Damn. You rule. No.
Speaking of the 90s.
Deep cut.
So, yeah, he steals Leon's gun and he says, hey, you notice how you cops aren't sick? What's that about? We'll never know. They literally
Yeah, you
never
just
explain it.
assume that they get like vaccinated.
Yeah,
or
why?
something.
How come everyone in this house has been infected except for the cops?
Yep, fair point. And
Don't
then he
know.
starts
Deep state.
going off on this rant about the T virus and the G virus, and you're like,
Oh,
okay,
man,
cool.
I had to
We're
explain to my kids the difference between the T virus and the G virus.
All right, Candice, explain it to me because I only got it to the T virus. What the fuck is a G virus?
Well, that's nothing but
so
a G
G virus
thing.
is
Alrighty.
the G virus. You know, the T virus is what's in number one. That's what makes your run of the mill zombies.
Mhm.
That's what makes the tyrant. The G virus is what makes the lickers, and it's what makes what makes the bigger, badder bioweapons is the G virus. That's in number 2.
Yeah.
Is that exactly opposite? G becomes before T, so shouldn't it be the G virus make the regular zombies and the T
I don't
virus
know where the
makes the
names came
gigantic
from.
ones?
No, Tim,
There's
it works.
probably an explanation.
It works in reverse order, like the grading system in school. So the most powerful would be the A virus. I just made that up. So, and I love the
anal virus.
the anal virus, the AIDS virus. And so then I love that you're like, okay, cool. So this guy, they're going to bust him out, right?
Wait, hold on. The whole country went to shit because Nancy Reagan wouldn't confirm that T virus is a real
Oh,
thing?
God. Damn it, Tim. Yep, that's exactly what it was all about, Tim. So I love that they're like, okay, the conspiracy guy's getting busted out. We're going to learn about, the virus and everything. We're going to finally get some exposition that explains everything.
But no,
Or do
he's
you?
just a fucking moron because he's in the same cell. He says this guy. He said Leon comes and he goes, "Hey, is that guy okay?" He goes, "No, dude, he's not okay unless you consider him bleeding out his fucking every orifice for the last 6 fucking hours." Okay,
Yeah.
he knows all the shit that's going on, right?
Yeah.
He gets the fucking gun. He sees this guy fucking sitting up in his fucking bunk. He doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I don't think he realizes they're turning into zombies. I don't think he realizes that part.
At this point, Candice, shoot the motherfucker.
I mean, that's true.
You're already in jail, right? It's one of those things. You can only hang me once.
Just like getting an abortion, right? You just kill everybody. Fuck them. So, yeah.
I'm going to abort this baby at 3,702 weeks.
So yeah, just as soon as the cell door gets open, zombie eats conspiracy, dude. Then goes after Leon. And who saves Leon, Tim? Off screen. Claire.
Is it Jill?
No, it's Claire.
Oh, no, it's
Claire.
not Jill. It's Claire.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
Jill's with Wesker over in the mansion.
Did you know that Resident Evil, the Devil May Cry, was originally going to be Resident Evil?
Yes, I did.
I was going to add that
Really?
little
Holy
factoid
shit.
in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was going to be...
They were trying to figure out a way to make Resident Evil, the gameplay, different. And so they were using Claire.
Why? Wait, hold the fuck. You got a formula that's fucking selling up until what? 6 or 7 fucking series
No,
of the game.
Tim,
Why make this fucking game different?
This was around
This was
Resident Evil
after
4. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They were trying to revamp it, and they were like, we can't do tank controls anymore. We need
Well,
something different.
Because
And they thought they were going to do
And the other issue is, okay, so one came out, it hit. We got to do a thing on this. One came out, it hit. They're like, we need a 2 immediately. They got a different team to make 2, the original team to make 3. And yeah, there's a weird history with all of it. So. I like we just jumped to Nemesis in this movie, too, by the way. I mean,
there's no Nemesis in this movie.
Yes, there is, right?
No, there's no Nemesis in this movie.
Basically Nemesis.
Who's the albino? Wait, who the fuck does the albino guy turn into?
He just turns into the Berkner monster. He's not any of the tyrants. See, the Nemesis is a variant on the T-virus. There's the tyrants. The tyrant system is what Tyrant from 1 and Mr. X from number 2 and what Nemesis is in number 3.
All I know is when I was playing fucking games on the internet at this time, whenever I saw anybody with Nemesis or Tyrant, I like, don't play with that.
Tim, drink.
Done.
I'm going to get you killed by the end of the night, buddy. So, yeah, then after that, we find out that Wesker was getting paid by people to dig up dirt on Umbrella.
Yeah, is Ada Wong in this at all?
Who?
What? Oh my God,
Candice.
Tim. Ada Wong.
Candice.
I think you said anal
Candice.
Wong.
You don't know?
Who's Ada Wong in this?
Candice, I get to, actually you.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, shit.
Not
educate me.
I will when it happens, okay? Okay. So, he's getting paid to dig up dirt on an Umbrella. He's going to get the money and get the hell out of Raccoon City when he gets paid.
Yes.
And then they're all like, Jill's like, what the fuck, you fucker? You were just going to fucking leave us? And he's like, well, yeah, clearly. Bye.
Yeah, he's like, they pay a lot of money.
Yeah, there's a piece.
Which they really...
I don't know who they are. I don't know what they stand for, but they pay a lot of money.
Tim, the check clears. It's all I care about.
Thank you, George Skoros. George Skoros is funding this whole fucking thing. Right?
George Soros' cousin, George Skoros.
Yes.
Yeah,
in this universe, his name is George Skoros.
In the video games, Wesker is just a megalomaniac. He's just all about proving himself to be the ultimate, smartest, most strongest person in the world. But in this one,
you would think this guy gets turned into this fucking tyrant and nemesis, right?
I mean, he kind of does in 1.
So he runs down the bookcase tunnel, and we go back to the police department where they're like, all right, here's the plan. We're going to go out the side door to the orphanage because I guess there's a tunnel in the orphanage. Break. So they just kind of run out the side door. And it seems
that's
like
really part of the remake.
Yeah, it seems like there's like a scene that's kind of cut to between them just leaving the police department and showing up at the orphanage. Like they were next door to each other. I don't know.
Well, there's a secret tunnel that connects them all.
Oh, okay. So
it's in the video games that
it's fucking QAnon shit going on.
So it's like Portland, Oregon.
Fucking police department secret tunnel in the orphanage. Oh,
yeah. Oh no! Don't go to the pizza place. Oh shit. Tim, do not go to Raccoon City Pizza. Oh, God.
Where do they all get their pizza delivered from? Comet Pizza.
Yep.
That's it.
It all comes. There's a tunnel that goes from the pizza place to the orphanage, Tim, and you don't want to go.
All the shit's going on. The city's on lockdown, but I will say this. Wayfair is still delivering those fucking tables and cabinets.
That was one of my favorite conspiracies, the Wayfair one. Oh my God.
That's the best one.
So good.
That and JFK is still alive. JFK Jr. is still alive.
Oh my God. I had to explain the difference between Pizzagate and Gamergate to my husband. And my son was sitting...
How old is your husband?
He's only 36. But my son was sitting in the room when I was explaining it, and he goes, "Excuse me, there is a child in this room."
Oh, boy.
Yeah, excuse me, there was supposed to be a child in Comet Pizza, too.
So you're like, okay, cover his ears. So Anita Sarkeesian.
Your husband. Son, let me tell you about Pizzagate now.
Oh, man.
She-Hulk is not involved. I know you'll be sad to hear that.
There's no She-Hulk boo. So then, Leon finds the chick from Dark Souls again in the orphanage, by the way. And then a liquor snatches up the chief, Tim. This is the liquor we were talking about.
Ooh, the liquor.
And it's so
oh my
good.
God!
So when he was bent over, he almost got it by the liquor?
No, that would be the poker. The liquor is in the front, Tim.
Okay.
Oh, God.
We'll just let that hang.
We'll just let that go right there. Anyhow, speaking of hanging, the Chief's well hung at this point. So because they turn around, they see that he's hanging, and it's a fucking pretty good shot too, by the way, of the Chief just hanging there. He gets dropped to the ground. He's all fucking just ripped to shit. I'm like, that's not good. Then the liquor pops down, and he starts going after them, fucking gonna go kill Leon. You're like, no, don't kill Leon, poor guy. Then the Dark Souls lady drops down on him and snaps the fucking liquor's neck. I'm like,
you're talking about Lisa Trevor.
Oh, the chick with the fucking fucked up
she
face,
looks
right?
like one of the crazy broads from one of the Dark Souls games. Like, you walk up to her. So
this wasn't in the original Resident Evil 1. This was in the Resident Evil 1 remake. This whole story about Lisa Trevor. Which the Trevors worked for Umbrella. I can't remember what they did.
Because this makes no sense, scientists. Right?
She gets experimented on her entire life. And her mother dies. And she... like her face that she's wearing is she puts on her mother's face, like
hold on.
Leatherface.
So in the beginning of the movie, when that thing was fucking showing itself to the girl in the beginning of the movie, that was the original mother, right?
No, that was her.
No, that's still the girl, but she wasn't wearing the face yet. She was wearing like a hood.
Right, that was late.
So how is she still a girl at the end of this movie?
She's not a girl. She's a woman.
Yeah, it's like that song, "Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon," Tim. So Lady Leatherface hands her a bunch of keys to open up her secret elevator. And Candice, a bunch of those keys were keys from the game.
Oh my God. Did I see those keys?
Yep.
Because they were all the keys in
alcohol poisoning.
in Resident Evil 2. All the keys are the from playing cards. Mm-hmm. You got the hearts, you got the spades, you got the clubs, and you got the diamonds.
Yeah.
And so you had to collect all those keys.
I remember that. Oh, fuck, that's right.
Yeah, you had to collect all those keys to get into certain rooms in there. Mm-hmm. And that's how you would, progress further into the game.
And that's how they extend a 4-hour game into a 40-hour game.
It's not a 40-hour game. It's like an 8-hour game.
It is 8 hours. And you know what?
Back then, 8 hours, that was fucking putting time into a game. Now you got to fucking put 40 to 100 fucking hours into a game.
I've got almost 40 in Elden Ring. Almost.
Jesus Christ.
I got like 21. I think I've fallen off of it.
Really? That's so fun.
Yeah, I think I might be done with it.
Take a break. Take a break from it and play Subnautica. That's a fun game.
I tried playing that.
Candice.
I don't really like survival games.
Candice, let me just tell you this. As never playing hockey and probably never watching a hockey game in your entire fucking life because you come from the South and there's no ice down there.
Excuse me, have you never heard about the Carolina Hurricanes? You've never heard of them before? The winners, the champions?
Yeah, that's just an olive branch. But if you're going to play center, you know where you're supposed to stay on the ice, right? In the center?
I've actually seen the Stanley Cup. It's been to my college.
Wow.
I don't know, Tim.
You've been to your college?
On occasion.
Yeah, they were doing a tour.
Wow. Candice, you go into a top-notch college where the big thing is the speaker is the Stanley Cup.
No, actually, we had Sean Astin as our big speaker.
The fucking Hobbit?
Yes. Yes, he was our big speaker.
Hey, over here. Hey, Mr. Astin, I have a question for you.
Were you really a hobbit?
Can you, Mr. Astin, I have a question. Can you wheeze the juice? What? You remember Encino Man? Can you wheeze the juice? Thank you.
Can I see your feet?
It's like, no, that was Pauly Shore. That wasn't me. I was in Encino Man, but I wasn't. That was Pauly Shore.
Hey, when your mom was in Cousin to play Cousin or whatever the fuck the name of the TV show was. Yeah.
That's a good show.
Anyway, yeah, we had Sean Astin. That was our big star.
Nice.
That came and talked to our college.
Candice, you just went to a bullshit college. I'm sorry. I never went to college, but if I went to a college and I paid a lot of fucking money where I was going to probably be still paying off my college student loan, I was like, Sean Astin? Get the fuck out of here. I'm not paying you. I'm going to fucking sue your ass and get my money back.
So the college my wife went to, Stedman Green, Oprah's husband, came down to give us.
No, get the fuck out of here. Was he Oprah's husband at the time, or he's just her beard?
Husband at the time. He was going to give a speech about being successful in business, and I was like, that would have been the easiest thing. One bullet point. Number one, marry Oprah.
Marry Oprah.
Oprah.
Done.
Don't worry about all the Dr. Oz's or the Dr. Phil's that she unleashes
Marry
on us.
Oprah.
Marry Oprah.
Done. All right, so we cut to Chris. And
North Carolina State University, go Wolfpack.
So we cut to Chris, and he's in a hallway having what I call a zombie rave party because the lights are out and he keeps shooting his gun and the strobe lights are all flashing. And he's just shooting
that was an interesting choice.
Kiss out of everything. And then he ends up with just a lighter, and that's a nod to Code Veronica.
It is, and also the fact that he's also just ending up with his knife because he's out of bullets.
Yep.
And when you only end up with your combat knife, you're either purposely playing a combat knife only mode, which is a challenge you can play in Resident Evil, or you're fucked. Because you ran out of fucking bullets.
You can do the same thing in Call of Duty and only use your knife, but then don't become a streamer who goes by the name Only Use Me Blade, because you'll get really fat and lose one of your limbs. That guy's fucking creepy. Go look up Only Use Me Blade. He was a streamer. That guy's fucking creepy.
No, I don't think I'm going to do that.
He's up there with Chris Chan, Tim, but not quite.
Oof,
not quite
Chris
Chris Chan levels. Not in that stratosphere of hero. So then,
hero. Okay,
a certain type of a hero. So then, Jill runs in and saves Chris, and says like, "All right, well, we got to go. Wesker double crossed us. We got to go get him." It's like, "Okay, cool." Then we go back to Claire and Leon. They find the media room, right? Where they've just decided, okay.
Oh, shit, this part, yes.
We've got a reel-to-reel here. We got to turn on real quick. That's queued up at the right moment, too, which is awesome.
Oh.
Fires up a really bad, old, crappy, I'd say probably low pixel count video. Looks pretty bad.
Of who?
Of a couple of twins ripping
and who are they? Who are those
some
twins?
wings.
Oh, play White Fire right now.
Oh, Tim, that's coming up.
You joke, but
I'm not joking.
Yeah, you joke, Tim.
I haven't played all these games, but
you
there's some White Fire going on with those
Veronica.
fucking twins, right? Twins of the Damned.
Tim, you didn't play it, right? So they're the Ashford twins.
Resident Evil Code Veronica.
From Code Veronica, yeah.
Ashford twins.
Oh boy, were they locked in an attic with flowers?
No.
But they could be.
And they weren't the Assfuck twins from Orgasmo either. Ashford, not Assfuck.
Oh man, I remember I had the demo for Code Veronica, and I would play it over and over and over again, and it was shot for shot this scene from the movie.
Yep.
Like they did the actual, they did a live action recreation of the demo for Resident Evil Code Veronica X, which was the one I had. Because it was on PlayStation
baby?
2.
Oh, no, I had it on Dreamcast,
I had it on
baby.
PlayStation 2. Yeah, I didn't have a Dreamcast because I was cool. But
you were wrong.
Wow, fuck you, because you live in fucking North Carolina.
You were wrong. Dreamcast rules. Go on.
No, it didn't.
Dreamcast
Oh my god,
is the best machine ever besides the ColecoVision.
I had to explain to my son what C-Man was.
Oh, yeah, you had to explain semen to your son.
Candice. Oh.
I was
hey,
like,
look, let me show you what a picture of semen looks like. It's a picture of your mom on our Discord.
C-Man. Well, he saw my Google profile picture, and of course,
with all the cum on your face.
Well, I like, Candice, what? Hats off to your son because he's following the same footsteps of your husband. Like, what's porn? And then he says, like, what's semen?
Yeah.
What's C-Man?
Well, let's take a look at what's semen, Mom. Well, let's take a look at a picture of your mother on the internet.
It's C-Man, not semen.
Okay. Yeah, change your picture, Candice.
Yes.
So I had to tell him to look up C-Man on the Dreamcast, and he's like, "What's a Dreamcast?"
was the best console in '99, is what it was.
No, oh my god, people in their fucking
Come on, I
Sega
had a fucking
Dreamcast.
virtual pet.
People need to get over the Dreamcast. It
No.
happened. It's done. It's over. It wasn't that great.
It was great.
Hold on, wasn't the Dreamcast besides the X-Play? Whatever the fuck was called. What the fuck?
X-Band, yeah.
Wasn't that the first online game that you could
Nope.
play? Right, the online
Nope.
system
Sega Saturn, baby.
before the Dreamcast.
Sega
'Cause I had the
Saturn
Sega
came out before the
I had the
Dreamcast.
Sega Saturn, but that fucking system sucked.
Sega Saturn, you could plug, the slot in the top where you plug the memory cartridge in.
Eddie, believe me, I bought the Sega Saturn 3 months before it was supposed to fucking come
Okay,
out when it came
Tim.
out as a fucking surprise drop.
Tim, Google Sega Saturn Netlink adapter.
I
Oh, a
had
network
it.
adapter.
I used to play Sega Rally and Virtual online with people. The very first device I connected to the internet with, Tim, before a computer.
Eddie, I'm going to rock your world. You're wrong because X-Band was on Sega Genesis and on NES.
Oh, okay. So you're saying before the X-Band. I thought you said besides the X-Band.
No, X-Band. X-Band was that was the first. That was the time when I was playing it, and the first time I played it, after the first month, I got like a fucking $800 fucking phone bill because literally fucking calling people across the country on a regular phone line and playing them for 40 minutes.
I guess, technically PC, but like that's not a game console. Anyhow, this is a hell of an aside. So we'll get back to the Code Veronica
of this episode.
No, we'll get back to the Code Veronica.
This is the whole month
with the Ashford twins. Ripping the wings off of a dragonfly. And that's interesting.
And then dropping it into an anthill.
Yeah, and that's interesting.
That's extra fucked up.
Because in Code Veronica, you get a dragonfly necklace, don't you?
Yeah, and that's where my game glitched out because I was using
Oh.
As soon as I put the
that's
last...
a fucking... Wow.
Well, no, and
because I was using a Game Shark.
On this?
And
when I put the dragonfly wing onto the amulet, the last wing, and that's when you're supposed to go fight Alexis Ashford, and that's the final boss fight, that's when it glitched out because the amulet would disappear.
Yeah. You have to go collect a bunch of dragonfly wings and put them on the amulet, Tim. And by the way, at the very end of this one, of the video clip, the two twins look at each other, and it's a very... And then when they look at each other and they're like, okay, we're about to fuck, Claire immediately is like, I need to go find my brother. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Claire.
I have to step away for a quick second, but let me point out the fact that... Are you going to give the big twist away about the Code Veronica?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Don't spoil Code Veronica. like what? The sixth game in the fucking series.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, so Alexa Ashford is dead, and it's just Alexander Ashford, and he's dressed up as his sister because he was obsessed with her.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's like an old boy.
Maybe more like a psycho, I would say, with Norman and his mother. Right? Because Norman's mother was dead. Anyhow. So, then we check back in with William, and he's downstairs. Dr. William, Candice's favorite. He's downstairs with a dissected woman that he's been working on, and his family's down there with him, his wife and his daughter, and they're like, what the fuck have you been up to?
Mm-hmm. I'm doing God's work, so don't question it, bitch.
Hey, bitch, I'm doing God's work.
You have no fucking moral authority to ask anything what a man, your husband, is doing. So don't question.
Why don't you go make me a pie instead? I create life. You
go make some more babies.
Yeah. Why don't you go make a handmaiden's tale? Ha ha. And just then Wesker pops in, and he's like, "All right, Doc, I need some of your magic injectables. You need to give me them fucking vials you got." They get into a little bit of a standoff with their gunsies pointed at each other, and then shoot each other. Biggity bam, over the injectables. Bad form, bad people. So then, like after this though, Wesker just domes his fucking wife too. Boom, right through the head.
Ruby Ridge, right?
Oh, goddamn, Tim. You need to quit bringing up Ruby Ridge, okay?
Well, she was going to shoot
I don't
him.
know why I'm all of a sudden on a Ruby Ridge kick, but
You've been bringing it up in the Discord, Ruby Ridge, and then you keep bringing up fucking Waco and talking about
Elon Musk. If Elon Musk was in charge of fucking
talking about the Unabomber,
the FBI back then, there'd be no Ruby Ridge, there'd be no Waco. Yeah,
you're like, if they only left Ted Kaczynski alone, that wouldn't have happened.
Look, if we just would stop inventing technology in the 60s, there'd be no Unabomber, right?
Idiot.
You know the technology that you use to make bombs and send them?
Yeah.
If only we didn't invent that.
Yeah, I'm going to go on the internet and have a podcast about how we should have stopped it inventing technology in the 60s. Fucking idiots. Dumbasses. So yeah, Wesker domes his fucking wife. And then while this is happening, old Doc injects himself. And then
because at this point you already see the suitcase and there's already one vial
missing.
Missing, right?
And he's injected himself, and his kid pops up, and it's like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and shoot you, Wesker. But Wesker and the kid have like the little good, the bad, and the ugly, like stare off fucking guns pointed. But lo and behold,
and here we go, another shot from somebody off camera, right?
Back into the left. Wesker gets taken out by the third gunman on the grassy. No, it's Jill.
Yep.
Shoots her man.
And now he gets his hero turn because all of a sudden, with all the shit that's going on, now all of a sudden she's sorry that she shot him, right?
So stupid. Yeah.
Well, but they build it up in the movie that's not in the video game that she's in love with him.
Yeah. That's the whole thing is that there's like the three-way love triangle. She's in love with Wesker. Wesker's in love with...
Was she really in love with him if she shot him, though?
Before she shot him, yeah, Tim. She was. And Wesker was in love with money.
Yeah,
okay. And
what's wrong with
Chris
that?
is in love with Jill. But then the problem is Claire is in love with Chris. So...
So you can see where confusion lies.
And nobody loves Claire. So... Yeah.
She's fucking crazy. She's one of those conspiracy theorist people.
That's true. That's true. She would be a full QAnon member right now. But then Wesker, like you said, he does the hero turn. He's like, listen.
Oh, shit. Do you know how many kids the fucking umbrella...
No, Tim. No. So Wesker's like, look, you need to get down underground here. There's a railroad. So you need to hop on the underground railroad real quick. Because Umbrella's going to nuke...
Don't call it that, Eddie. Come on.
Okay.
Well, it's literally an underground railroad.
Yeah, it's literally an underground railroad, Tim. Okay, you need to get on the A train and get the fuck out of Dodge because Umbrella's about to nuke this joint. So go get on the train and get out of here. By the way, I'm dead. And then he lays down, he's dead. Like, I always love those, you know. So then we cut to William turning into what I call bitch-ass Nemesis.
Yep. He's Nemesis, right?
He's not, no, how fucking dare you.
No, he's bitch-ass
Nemesis. No, well, first off, he used the G virus. Mm-hmm. He's the Berkner monster.
Come on, he's got the fucking spikes coming out of his back. He's fucking gigantic. He's got the fucking eyeballs all over.
He's the Burger monster. No,
but it's good effects of like practical mixed with CG.
Yeah,
like
it
when
looks
you see
great,
the eyeball open up on his shoulder.
Yes.
I loved it.
There's only a couple parts of this movie that looks fucked up, but I would give him this. Yeah. The Nemesis, as far as I'm concerned, he's Nemesis. Looks pretty good.
Yeah. So, Tim, you're going to love this. Take another drink because he starts strangling Chris. And then Claire pops up off screen and shoots him.
Hold on. This motherfucker just fucking took his hand, expanded his fucking fingers like Spawn, okay?
Yeah, like Spawn.
Or Venom, and fucking pulled the fucking gate off. He can't choke a bitch out?
He could have ripped his head off.
I mean, that's true. He could have ripped his head off. It's very true.
He was just enjoying it.
Yes, because here's the thing. I have a major problem with this and a lot of other fucking zombie movies. Because, like, there's two other scenes where we see there's, like, 3 fucking zombies on one person and the zombies don't fucking bite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Agreed.
Which, I mean, You get bit by zombies in the game, and you don't like get infected or anything.
Right.
As long as you have the fucking injection, yeah.
Yeah, or if you get some herbs, Tim.
Yeah, you got to get the green herbs.
Oh, fuck, that's right, the green and red herbs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. Holy Christ, I remember that shit.
So, yeah.
Of course you remember that part.
Yeah. So, yeah.
The herbs.
Bitch-ass Nemesis gets shot up with a shotgun and because of Claire, popped off screen. They shoot the piss out of him, and then they head down to the tunnel to the Underground Railroad, where thankfully Leon has played enough train simulator games that he's finally useful, and he knows how to drive the train. So it's like, okay,
go ahead.
Here we go, guys. 5 minutes, right? Before the town's leveled, we got to speed off in the train in the railroad. So they start speeding off. The clock strikes 6, and the mansion model implodes on itself.
And who's the chick in the front who goes, oh, shit, and she sees
Jill.
what's happening behind the train?
That's Jill.
Yeah, it's Jill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how does she know what's happening behind the train?
Magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they felt the shockwaves. Because, on a train, you can feel if the ground rumbles a little bit. Because the trains glide. They don't really, rumble at all. So, yeah, there's a big implosion. Sends that down a shockwave that derails the train. Then bitch-ass Nemesis Williams, he rips open the train like a beer can. Because he resurrected and he's Jesus now or whatever. And I love Chris shooting this thing.
He's got the J virus.
Yeah. He's got that J bug. And I love Chris shooting him with this tiny fucking 9mm. Bring, bring, bring. This thing's
Nah, see, what you need is the rocket launcher, because that's how you finish off final bosses in a Resident Evil game.
That's literally how you finish every boss in every Resident Evil game. Yeah, so Leon pops up with this fucking shitty rocket launcher. And he's like, hey, you ugly fuck. And here's what I have written down.
What are the repercussions of shooting a rocket launcher in a fucking small enclosed area?
Everybody dying.
Tim, you could kick too much ass. That's the repercussion. And I just have, holy shit, Leon is Jack from Big Trouble in Little China. He's sucked the entire movie, been completely inept, and then turned it around.
Yeah, because at one point, doesn't this motherfucker say, yeah, I'm still alive. I can't believe it myself, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's just Jack from Big Trouble in Little China. Awesome. Then we get to see the whole town.
Good movie, by the way.
One of the best movies. One of the top 5 movies ever.
Ever.
100% agree with you, Candice. For the first time. So then we see the whole town blows up. A cow flies away, which I've often said.
No, there's a sinkhole on the town, right?
Yeah. I've often said the only way I would agree with Candice is if a cow flies. And then here we are.
There's a pig.
The team victory marches out of the tunnel and credits. But wait, there's an after credit scene.
Oh, is there?
Yes, there is.
Wow.
I didn't actually know this.
Holy shit, Candice, you fucking suck. You're not a fucking fan.
We see...
Gatekeeper, you're not a fucking real Resident Evil fan. Get the fuck out of here.
We see a body bag on a gurney in a room in the middle of nowhere. And it springs up, and Wesker
Hell yeah.
opens it up.
Oh, boy.
And who do you think is in there that brought him back, Candice?
Is it Ada?
It's Ada Wong.
Ada Wong. Woo!
She brings him back, and he's like, oh, my eyeballs. I can't see anything. I can't see. And
so he's got to put those fucking sunglasses on.
So she's like, yeah, that's part of the whole bringing you back thing here, and hands him the sunglasses.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's so good. Candice, you got to look it up now.
No, I do.
Oh, it's so good.
I do, because... Oh my God, Wesker wearing those fucking sunglasses.
It's so
So wait, is Wesker the blonde guy from the original Resident Evil movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the awesome guy.
He's always
German guy, right?
He's always got blonde hair and sunglasses.
Yep.
That's his look.
And that's his whole vibe.
So he's the guy in the air when they're flying the helicopter in the original Resident Evil movies. He's the one who gives
Milana Jovanovic.
Jovovich?
Yeah.
Yeah. He gives her the fucking shot?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he's like, well, what do you want from me? And then she just kind of turns to the camera and is like, huh, you'll see. And then it's over.
Yeah, because there's Umbrella Corporation, which after the Raccoon City debacle, they kind of fall out of favor. And then there's Tricell, which is the corporation that is off of 5. And then there's the Las Plagas, which is not an evil corporation. It's actually a cult that's in 4.
What?
And Ada Wong kind of works for like a...
Yo, this sounds like we're
like
fucking
third
playing
party.
Dungeons and Dragons again. What the fuck are you talking about, Candice?
Man, I am not even joking. In college, I pre-ordered Resident Evil 5, the deluxe edition, so I got a Tricell like shoulder bag.
Sucker! You could have bought it 2 weeks later for half the price.
Yep.
Yeah, but then you didn't get the cool like hologram card and the Tricell side bag that I used to carry my books in college.
Where's the hologram card right now?
It's in my room.
Yeah.
I have it set up on one of my bookcases.
You have no idea how much dick that Tricell bag got Candice. No idea.
Yeah, that's right. As a woman, she needed help getting dick.
Yep. Tim, now you're starting to sound like an incel. So I've just got to say, if you're a fan of the Resident Evil series, definitely watch this. It's stupid and fun. If you're not a fan of the Resident Evil series, you probably should skip it because it's not going to hit.
I know. I would say watch it.
Yeah?
Even I think it's a decent enough movie. It's a standalone. If you don't know what the fuck is going on, it's still good enough to watch.
Yobo says go.
Yeah.
What about you, Candice? You think even a non-fan should pay attention?
Well, I said only fans should, but then I got corrected on Letterboxd.
That's
where
true.
someone came out of the woodwork and
true.
said, hey,
My
anybody can
account.
watch this.
Yeah, by Yim Tobo. That was the name of the account. Oh, God. All right. So I think that about does it for tonight. Candice, is there anything anything you want people to pay attention to on the internet?
All right, coming up in June, I recorded an episode about Pokemon the first movie with everything I learned from movies.
That's a rough one.
And we got the Pikachu, we got the Rhyhorn, we got the Squirtle, we got the Bulbasaur, we got Mewtwo, we got Mew. We got it all. You can hear me also nerd it the fuck out over on that.
Yeah, if you didn't hear enough of that here, go check it out on Everything I Learned from Movies. What about you, Tim?
I think just this and like Ryan Ben and Mustachio Podcast here, right?
Yeah, they'll be coming back soon.
The Mustachioed Yobo Castillo.
The Mustachioed Yob Castillo.
So I'm taking that over. I grew a beard and mustache just for the show.
Wonderful. It took you 2 minutes to do it, too.
Because I have that much testosterone.
Testosterone,
okay?
yeah. I would say go take a look at our Patreon, patreon.com/Bloody Bits, where you can listen to the end of the D&D campaign and find out what happened to Yobo Goth, Phase No Scope, or Vape Scope, sorry.
I won't tell you who win, but woohoo!
And whatever Candice's character was named, nobody cared.
Red Blonia.
Red Blonia, like Red Sonja. It was very funny.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get access to the Blood Bank with over 3,100 crazy movies, TV shows, all sorts of different, like Coast to Coast AM, if you're insane and you want to listen to that to go to sleep like a crazy person would.
You mean like me?
Like you, yeah. I was just pointing that out specifically to you, Tim. And I think this is how we end it, folks. With a Jill sandwich. Goodbye.